There I am! Hey, handsome. What's up? You seen anyone? Hey, I'm Tom. This is Off the Grid. A couple times a month on Sunday evenings, we gather to push away the Sunday scaries and watch some weird professional wrestling that I have found on the internet for all of us. Hello to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club across YouTube and Twitch. Hello to everyone. Hope you're all doing great on this winter's eve, right before Christmas. Right before Christmas, right at the end of Hanukkah. And any other holiday you might celebrate. If you are wanting to celebrate, I don't know, the day that the Wet Bandits were murdered. I'm sure they were murdered on this day. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm rambling. Want to hear me ramble even more? Hey, check out, right there, new YouTube video. A brief history of the Shockmaster. Give you about 13 minutes of my time and break down the run of old Fred Ottman in WCW. Put in a couple things you might not have known. So go check that out now. Brief history of the Shockmaster. We are not celebrating Stalin's birthday, Suzanimal, though I love you very much. Anyway, speaking of the love I have for the Suzanimal and many others, thank you to the Weirdo Empire, all of you who not only give me your eyeballs and your attention, but also give me a few bucks a month to support what the hell it is I'm doing. And you get a members only stream once a month where we watch something that's kind of like wrestling, but not really. The January stream, I think we're gonna try. I need to run it through the YouTube copyright machine this week, as I like to call it. I think we might watch Fox's Celebrity Boxing for January. So, where the hell am I? There I am. All right, Festivus for the rest of us coming up right now. So we are going to be watching Ultimate Championship Wrestling from Wichita, Kansas. October 1990. There's 2 episodes. Thanks to good old Trippin' Balls on Twitter, aka Crusher Bones Forever on YouTube. So we're gonna have fun there. But the 2 episodes combined aren't quite 2 hours. I like to go 2 hours with these streams. So we're gonna tack on something a little bit extra at the beginning. Thanks to my old pal Brian Turner from Brian Turner's VHS Rehab, we have some Bert Potpourri. If you've never joined us for a Bert Prentice stream, Bert Prentice, longtime Nashville indie wrestling promoter, one of the best people to ever live, I would say. Top 5? Top 3, maybe? I don't know. He's such a funny human being. He's awesome. Whether it be as Bert or as Christopher Love, honey. We're gonna watch some Bert Potpourri to start the night, and then we're watching UCW, Bert's attempt to run a promotion in Kansas. Let's go. I'll turn that down a little bit.
We'll be right back.
All right. So again, shout out to Brian Turner, Brian Turner's VHS Rehab, for uploading this footage.
If I'm not mistaken,
So this is the only clip that exists. Bert Prentice tried to host a country music talk show.
Then they branched out. 64 Dottie won.
I wish there was a Bert documentary, Suzanimal. I need to get that going. I know you stick it. Yes, Bert Prentice is the patron saint of Off the Grid.
I understand that. Were there 3 or 5 nominees back then? Do you remember that? Even what other songs were nominated?
There were 5. And
when you're sitting there, did you think?
Oh, my heroes were in.
Bert between 2
thirds. Jan's always saying, "I don't even know why I'm your friend."
Oh.
You get me.
I'm fascinated by Bert doing something that's not wrestling related.
I mean, because that's the
so
top 5
did you think you had a chance, or did you really not think? No, I'm probably.
I wish that were Miss Georgia Haas.
I think that I was afraid to think one way or another. I remember this going through my mind. I am torn here. I hope I win, but
hell yeah,
if
Zach.
I win Am I going to be able
We need
to
to get
say
that
anything
moving.
intelligent? You need to think
We need to
what
get
you
that
would
moving
say
and grooving.
if you won.
Get
On the other hand, you need to
all
think,
sorts
oh,
of
you say
unscrupulous
to
folks from
everybody if you don't
Nashville.
win.
I have no
What a
idea.
contribution
I
you've
wish
made to
I wish
country music.
Brian
I am
were
so
in the
devastated.
chat.
We are out of time.
He pops up sometimes in the chat.
I have only
Time
got
has
tonight.
gone
If he pops
so
up later, I'll
fast.
ask him.
Well, but we got me here, and everybody
We
knows
did,
what I'm doing.
and I want to talk about legends and legacies real fast if we can. There again, pioneering an effort with the internet show, and hopefully soon to be in syndication. Can we touch on legends and legacies
Syndication.
real
She
quick?
hosts
Real
an internet
quick,
show.
Talking about legends and legacies, exactly what the name implies. We try to have an artist from each generation.
God, that would be so much better than
We
Paul
all know
Walterhauser
we can't
doing
stay here forever. There's a lot of legacies coming
the
up.
McFoley movie.
Great country music
How can they
in the
see
future.
that? Give them that email. That
LiveOnTheNet.com.
LiveOnTheNet.com.
Wait, Bert was
And
the
another
hookup
thing,
for
folks,
Pauly Shore in Memphis?
They can put it up here, but I'm gonna hold it
Amazing.
here too, Alan. Jeannie Seeley and
Of course
Friends,
Bert
the
knew
CD
Pauly Shore. Why
is
wouldn't he?
Absolutely awesome. And you don't know this.
Oh, I missed her name.
but we
I'm gonna
purchased
scroll
100 of
back.
these today from Denny Nelson. Alan, Jeannie Seeley and Friends. This CD is
Jeannie
absolutely
Seeley.
awesome. And you don't know this, but we purchased 100 of these today from Denny Nelson. And the first 100 people all across the Let's Talk Country Network that write into the P.O. Box number there on the bottom of the
Let's
screen.
Talk
we're
Country.
gonna
Oh
send
my
you as a
gosh,
gift for
I
watching our
love
first
this.
edition. You're gonna
This
get
is
this
so
Jeannie Seeley
pro
and Friends
wrestling.
CD as a special gift from Daryl Bennett and the producers here.
Been
at
there,
Let's Talk
sing
Country.
that.
Thank you for having me on.
What an honor. What an
And,
honor. And you will come back because we got 30 more years to talk about.
God,
and then
I
30
love
more
you.
past
I-
this. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
be here for a
Chapoke, I
while.
hope you come back and see me too.
He's my
I didn't get
favorite.
to talk about Pennsylvania. I didn't get to...
Unfortunately, we only
It is an honor
have
having you.
the
Thank you so much.
3
Thank you.
minutes
Thanks.
of
She's
this
the best.
show.
She's the absolute best.
R.I.P.
Grand
Jeannie
Ole
Seeley. Oh
Opry
no,
every
she passed
weekend.
away.
Legends and legacies.
But now she's up
Live-
talking
Yes,
to
they can
Bert in
always write to
heaven.
me at the Grand Ole Opry.
Absolutely.
Love hear from you.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, folks. We'll see you next
All rights
week.
reserved, but by who? All right, this next clip also from Brian Turner. He is not part of the X Division. But for a brief period in Nashville, Tennessee, Bert Prentice co-hosted TNA Explosion with Jeremy Borash. So we're gonna watch a couple bumper segments here with old JB and Bert Prentice. And hopefully these TNA clips don't kill the stream. I did not realize how long this intro was.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to NWA Total Nonstop Action Explosion. I'm Jeremy Borash, along with Bert Prentice.
And before we get kicking here, we're going to explode on the screen with this. Look at this.
Get that out of here. I don't want to see that.
I took this from one of the fans. I didn't know y'all were
I was
related.
not expecting
Is that
that.
Oh, and I bet it's for you.
Hello?
Oh, don't start that already. It's probably Andy Richter.
No, Bert's
God,
not
I
here.
wish you would have known about
Yes,
Bert
I
and bugged
am
him
here.
about it. Yeah,
What do you
that
mean he
would
owes
have
you
been
money?
great, Brian.
Sorry.
Anyway, I love this. The fans are really starting to bring out the posters.
That's ridiculous.
every
First of all, is that me?
Yeah,
And that's Andy Richter?
Yeah.
Get rid of this.
Y'all are
That's ridiculous.
twins.
That
That's
is, no,
great.
I'm much more handsome than
Knowing
you.
Bert, he was probably trying to get
You may have
Andy
call him
Richter
for
to
money
show up
keep
at
running
the
your
asylum.
Credit card bills up after you have all week.
Oh, that money's coming in, baby. The movie's going to be big. Now, I'll tell you what. The movie's big.
Yeah, Bert
but
was
here's
in with
what's
the
really
NWA.
big.
They-
This week's
they
show,
essentially
huge.
took his building
Absolutely
from him.
explosive.
You know what? Last Wednesday night was one
Andy's
of
a
those
wrestling
Wednesday
fan,
nights. Pick any
so he
corner
might
of
have
the
done it
asylum and
if they would've
something's
asked.
going on.
Oh, you bet. Let's talk about this. How about a big announcement? How about this Wednesday night, the return, hey yo, of Scott Hall?
God,
You know, what about last
this is a
Wednesday night, baby?
nationally.
I'm still
This
fired up
show
from
wasn't
that.
nationally
Usually,
aired.
you know, every week
Pay-per-views
Jeremy picks
were, and
out
these graphics,
winners. He gets
E.
to go backstage and
Yeah,
fan
oh,
of the
yeah.
night. This week we had like 10 of them because the crowd was so
I love
loud.
JB.
They were
JB
rowdy.
is
I had
one of
no
my role
choice. I had a
models
feeling
in
if I didn't
life.
pick those fans, who knows what was going to happen.
It was great.
I felt obligated.
That dude's
We brought
work
a bunch of
ethic
fans
is
backstage. Fan of the
genuinely
night.
next
You can be
to
fan of the
none.
night too by coming out this Wednesday night. TNA Asylum. Get your tickets now, gang. The choice is yours. Can you come on out and see superstars like Scott Hall, Jeff Jarrett? How about BG?
No, the
James?
choice is not yours.
All that
You're
and
not.
more this
The fans are
Wednesday
not the
night.
ones
Only
booking the
$10
wrestlers.
For only a $10 ticket. Are you
Only
kidding
in
me?
Nashville.
Are you kidding me?
You know, this isn't in Philadelphia. New York City don't have this. Detroit, Minneapolis, I don't any of the wrestling so-called hotbeds. Memphis. You have to come to Nashville to see it hot, live, and otherwise. every
Hot, live,
Wednesday
and
night.
otherwise,
Now,
baby.
Jerry
That's
Lynn,
Bert Lyon.
Sonny Siaki. Whoo!
Well, I'll tell you what, this one's been brewing a long time, gang. This one's been going
Wouldn't
back
be
quite a long time.
surprised.
Sonny Siaki,
Yeah,
Jerry
Bert was
Lynn, the
a
feud
TNA
began
guy for the first
3 or
year.
4 weeks ago. Let's take
First
a
year
look
or
back
two.
at the feud that will culminate into the match that we're going to see this Wednesday night. Lynn and Siaki.
God, these
Let's
moving
take a look at
graphics.
everything that's
Neither
gone
guy
on
knew
over the
what
last
to
couple
do,
weeks
so
leading
they're
up to
just
this huge match this Wednesday night.
All right, we're not going to see that.
You know,
We're
one of
going
the
to go
most
back to
exciting
Bert.
things is the X Division when it comes to explosive action.
Oh, no doubt.
At NWA Total Non-Stop action every Wednesday night. The Tennessee State Fairgrounds, Jeremy has named the Asylum. Now, everybody's calling it the Asylum now.
Well, the truth named it that.
Casual
Don't come
Villainy,
after me
thank you for
because
that.
the
Up in
truth-
your
the
sub.
truth will get upset with you. I'm not taking credit for that. The truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll tell
dude,
you what,
seriously,
AJ
JB
Styles
people
has made
don't
you sound like
realize,
his home. I'll tell you what the
like,
fans have gotten on AJ
everything,
Styles' case
every
last couple
TNA
weeks. They
asset
really,
was on
really
Jeremy
come
Borash's
down hard on
laptop
AJ
for like a
Styles.
good
Now, deservedly
5-year
so.
period.
He's kind of the Kid Flash.
Well, he's from the Bill Barron School of Wrestling.
He edited an entire reality
You know,
show on his
a little
laptop
high and
at
mighty and,
like
Come
airports.
to Nashville, Tennessee, and get knocked down a peg. But he's against Six Pack this Wednesday night, folks. What a card we got! Jeff Jarrett, Scott Hall.
Oh.
Main event anywhere in the country.
You bet.
Kurt Hennig and the Truth for the world title anywhere in the country for the NWA.
Yes,
Tag
British
Team
Boot Camp.
Tournament.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Tag team
That's it,
titles.
title
Full titles.
match.
Harrison Storm versus the Hot Shots. And how about this one? B.G. James and Brian Lawler.
Who are you
What
calling? Give me my phone.
Is that right?
Give me my
Give me my
Here for a second,
phone.
I'm going to make a quick call.
Who are you
B.G.
calling?
James and Lawler. How about that one? Go.
Who are you calling?
Demos. Demos. Jeremy Borash calling. Yeah, I'd like to make a reservation for 2 tonight. Yeah, Borash.
You're calling
Borash.
Demos reservations
Tonight.
We're on the air.
I got a date tonight. 2, yes, Borash. Yes, I'm bringing a woman, please.
Demos is booked. You're not gonna.
What do you
Jeremy
mean?
Borash is married to like a legit rocket
Borash,
scientist now.
the TV
by the
guy,
way.
yeah, every Saturday morning. What do you mean you're full?
Give me that phone. Hello. Hey, Rick,
Wife
it's
is
Bert.
full.
Hey, of course he
Yeah,
knows
I'll
who it
take
is.
out.
Saturday.
He's a friend of mine.
Me.
Yeah, just 2.
That's the best part of the
No, you don't need no
bit is Bert
champagne.
knowing
No,
the
this is-
name of the person
Yes, I want
taking
the
the
champagne.
reservations. Because it's Nashville.
Set him up. Thanks, buddy. Now, this was, I can't believe it. Demos, try the shrimp tonight,
Do
though.
I get the champagne?
Borash,
How about
Dorian
this?
rolled
6
on,
Pac,
Conan,
AJ Styles,
and
the
The
rematch. It
Undertaker
wasn't settled by
are
any
booking
stretch of the
AAA.
imagination
Yes.
this last Wednesday. Far from over. Maybe. Just maybe AJ Styles. will
Yeah,
get
Bert
back
would have
that
totally.
title.
Bert
He's
was
so much
running
fun.
a
Or maybe
territory
Six-Pac will
right
defend
before
it
COVID.
against probably
Like right
the
before,
top
like
contender.
at
I would say
the
definitely
days leading
the top
into his
contender right now in
death.
the X division,
Bert
AJ
had
Styles.
months of
We'll have to
shows
wait and see
booked.
what's going to happen this Wednesday.
A lot of
The
it's
only
on
way you
YouTube.
can
He
see
was-
it is by
he
coming on
got,
down
like,
to TNA
a
Asylum
local
at
station.
Tennessee State Fairgrounds.
I think in,
Styles
like-
and Six-Pac X division title on the line.
It's
Don't
like
miss it.
so-
Let's
like
take
the
it back to this
bottom of
last Wednesday
Tennessee.
and
Wait
see
a
what
minute. The people at
To
home, push them buttons.
Oh, yeah, you can order it on
Pay
pay-per-view.
to
In
build a
demand.
If
studio
you can't
set
see
up
it, if
for
you can't be
him.
there live for
In,
whatever
like,
reason,
2019.
you can order it on pay-per-view.
Around the world.
No doubt about it. AJ Styles, Six-Pac. This Wednesday, let's take it back this last Wednesday to the Asylum, and let's see what went down between these 2 phenomenal X Division athletes.
The show's
All right.
I got the champagne.
All right. So that's the potpourri. I'm sure we'll have more in the future, but we got to go to Kansas. Check out some UCW with old Bert Prentice. I don't think he was Bert here, though. We'll check it out.
Welcome to the most action-packed hour of wrestling in Kansas.
Yeah,
From
USA
the Kick
Championship
Studios in
Wrestling
Wichita,
referee, yeah.
It's Universal Championship Wrestling. And now, here's your host, Christopher Love.
That's right, he was Christopher Love here. But he was not
for Universal Championship Wrestling.
being
I got
flamboyant.
so much news to tell you about. But first, look who my guest here. We've been telling you he's been coming for weeks, and he's here. Rufus R. Jones.
Hey, Cecil.
Rufus,
Hell yeah,
you're
I need to
back
try
home.
that.
It's a pleasure to be here. Hey, let's go one more time, brother.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
my
Bert's
God. You-
book,
you
I
have
still
sold
need to
out
get it.
Wichita Century 2, I think more than anybody in the history.
My understanding is the book is more of a
got a lot of
transcript of
fans
an
out here.
interview he did
And we're
with the
glad to have
author.
you. And ladies and gentlemen,
But Bert's
right
hair
after
here is
this word,
awesome.
We're going to be back with the new North American heavyweight
Okay, Jackson,
champion.
Tennessee,
Stay
yeah,
tuned.
USA Championship Wrestling. Yeah, Bert was running that like right up to his death. So yeah, I absolutely think he would have done well.
Century 2, the matches have
2025.
been signed.
He was
Thursday
doing
night,
well in
October
2019.
18th, 1990, when the bell rings at 8 o'clock.
I love this
you
music.
come on down to Century 2 and be a part of history. Already signed, Rufus R. Jones will team with Boogaloo Jones against the Masked Assassin. Exotic Adrian Street will bring Miss Linda to take on Golden Boy Todd Christie.
I love
Rick
that the
McCord will defend his North American
footage. Oh shit,
heavyweight
Mark
title
Starr, my
against
boy.
Mr. Marvelous Mark
That's my
Starr.
guy.
A big midget tag team match. And big
I will
news
never
beyond
get
that.
over. And I grew up in this
Gentlemen,
era.
This is the professional wrestling
I don't think there
event of
is.
the
I
year.
think that's why they didn't build them as
You must not miss
brothers.
this show. Tickets are on sale at all selected
Selected
locations.
seats.
Get down there right after the show.
Well, the thing
Get your
between
tickets.
the difference between
The
Adrian and
greatest night of
Bert
wrestling
is
ever, Century
Adrian
Two.
was a work. It was a gimmick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I
Bert
told
was
you
shoot,
when we
brother.
come back from the break, the new North American heavyweight champion would be with me. And yes, it is.
With me, with
Rick
me.
McCord
I'm
won
gonna
that
steal
title
that.
last Saturday night in Wellington,
God,
Kansas.
this is
Rick,
such a pro
congratulations.
Thank you
wrestler.
very much. It was a very, very tough tournament. In the finals, I ended up with a super ninja. He gave me one heck of a battle, but look here. Right here's the championship. And the people were behind me, and that's exactly what it took.
And you know,
This
exactly, the
feels
people
like
agree.
a comedy
But, you know,
sketch
there's a
about
lot of tough
wrestling.
competition here right
Yeah, Todd
now.
Chrisley.
And I know we got excuse me.
Christopher Love, I cannot believe
Hell yeah.
this is your North American champion.
Mark Starr.
You know, I'm out here. I'm going to issue you. I want a challenge. You right
I'm gonna
now.
issue you. I want a
I want that
challenge.
belt, and I'm gonna get it any way I can. And I bring you a present all the way from Tampa, Florida, boy. So you just shine that belt up real nice and good for me.
I bought you a towel in Tampa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who that
Rick,
is,
a
that's
typo
Mark
of
Starr. I know
Rick
you know who he
McCord.
is.
Yes.
And he's come out to
The
try to
Rick
embarrass
McCord
you on
clothesline.
television, telling you to shine up the belt.
God,
for him.
I hope you
That's
do,
one nasty individual.
Zach.
Let me tell you
I would
something,
love
Mark
if you could
Starr.
get that off the
You can
ground.
come
I
out of
love
town
studio
all you want
wrestling,
to.
and
There's
getting a
lot of
show here
people in
locally
line
would be
waiting for a chance at this
amazing.
belt. You're not a #1 contender yet, but don't take too long because I want a chance to kick your can. Then you'll need to throw in the towel.
Yeah, apparently there are not towels in Wichita, Kansas. You have to go to Tampa to get a towel.
Your opening match today on Universal Championship Wrestling.
I always
Weighing
love the
in
guys
at
that are around
228
Bert.
pounds, hailing from Denver, Colorado, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Stanley.
Billy Stanley
And
Stanley.
ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, 212
Billy
pounds,
Stanley
hailing
Stanley,
from
his,
Pensacola, Florida,
parents
ladies
didn't
and
want to
gentlemen,
switch their
Ken
names.
Wayne.
Ken Wayne rules here because the normal name,
And Ken will be talking
you know,
to
of
him a little
course,
bit about that
longtime
junior
tag team
heavyweight title
partner
that he won in
Danny
Memphis
Davis.
a couple years ago, and Universal Championship Wrestling has decided to recognize it.
They
And
have the
Lance Tibet, if you
paints
come
and
on
the
in here,
capes and
what
stuff,
a
but they
great
also
show
have
we got
normal
this
people
week.
names,
Rufus R. Jones has already been on the
which is
program.
funny.
And did you see that?
Yeah, isn't
Mark
Ken
Starr
Wayne
come
like
out
a
and told Rick
super
McCord,
creep?
"Shine that belt up for me 'cause it's
Yeah,
good
it has a
time."
machine. Okay, thanks for the confirmation.
Universal Championship Wrestling. Mark Starr, a sensational talent.
Yeah, I need to
This
get
match
Bert's book,
with
Garrett.
Ken Wayne.
Absolutely.
Here again, Ken Wayne, another
Yeah.
fine talent. Universal Championship Wrestling is
Stanley
producing some of the finest wrestling
Not
talent
doing
in the
well
United
against
States.
the convicted
Talking about the finest
pedophile.
wrestling
Brian,
tournament
dude,
the
you should have been here
Zebra
10
Kid
minutes
has
ago.
sent
We
a
were
tape
showing
to
some
the
of your
show today
footage,
that we're
my
gonna hear
dude.
later, a special
Brian
message
Turner
that
from Brian
Dr.
Turner's
Tom
VHS
Pritchard
Rehab in
and
the
Dr.
YouTube
Tom
chat.
Pritchard is here
We
today,
were
along
showing
with
some Bert
Boogaloo
Potpourri
Jones
to fill out the
and
show
just
to start out.
great stars.
Got all of that from
Area,
Brian's
Rex
channel.
King. He calls himself Sexy Rexy. He's here today. You know a little bit about him.
Sexy
Rex
Rexy.
King, another sensational
I would hope
talent.
he's still in jail
Universal
for what he
Championship
did.
Wrestling. The bookers have done a good job signing a talent like Rex King. In regards to this video made by the Zebra Kid, I understand or have it on good authority.
The Zebra Kid,
has some real
they're mentioning
surprises
here,
for Dr. Tom Pritchard.
You can believe it. I've
is
already seen
our
it. And
beloved
ladies and gentlemen, don't you forget the
erotic
big
Eric
bar.
Fontaine.
Tickets are on sale at all
The Wops
select
Eric Fontaine coming up.
locations right
Yeah,
now
Brian, I showed
because
the
we're
clip
gonna blow the
of
dome
Bert
off of the Century 2
hosting
building
Let's Talk Country,
Thursday night,
and then I
October
showed a
8th,
couple of the
Century 2
TNA
downtown
explosion
Wichita,
bumpers with
Kansas.
Jeremy
Already
Borash.
been
Hey,
signed.
McCross.
Exotic Adrian Street
Hello.
to meet Golden Boy Todd Christie. A midget match, 4 midgets in the ring with special referee
4 of them.
Roger Schofield. And let me tell you something, he's in for a long night. When
Poor
he's got
Roger
a referee one
Schofield.
of the midget tag team matches. Dr. Tom Pritchard has signed a contract to be there, as has Rick
Yes, Tom
McCord.
Pritchard is
Rufus
in
R.
this
Jones will
territory.
team with Boogaloo at Century 2, Thursday night, October 18th. And ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to break the all-time attendance record for independent wrestling organization. The attendance record is
I hope they do.
$19,000 gate. We want
Oh, I
to
thought
put that at
you
Century
said
2.
the
Tickets have been
attendance
going
record is
great. Nearly
19,000,
sold out from what
and
I
he's
was
bringing
told. Get
this
your
crew in
tickets
to
now
break
for
it.
Century 2. Don't miss it. 8 big matches, and Lance, I know you're going to be the special ring
Yeah, I've
announcer
heard
tonight.
that about the
What
two
a
of them. I've
night
heard
of
Danny's very
history in the
nice.
making.
Chris, with a
Hell yes, Brian. That is my jam.
Boogaloo Jones and Rufus R. Jones.
I cannot wait. Brian will be uploading, if you're not in the YouTube chat, can't see Brian Turner, Brian Turner's VHS Rehab is uploading 30 minutes of Bert bloopers in front of the green screen. I cannot wait.
Caldwell, Kansas last week. What a great time we had down there.
Cross,
We'll be
who's the
back
better
there in
team,
December.
Strike Force or... Do you mean the Can-Am connection?
And Wellington, Kansas. And I know
If you mean Can-Am, I'm going to go Strike Force. If you mean Con Air, I do not know who that is.
All our cities have been with Universal.
Okay, Can-Am
Championship
Connect. Yeah,
Wrestling.
Strike
You know,
Force is the better team.
Without a doubt, we are experiencing sensational
Quote
growth.
Rick
Towns
Mortel.
get better, their
Tom
crowds
Zink
get better.
Queet. Is it Queeter? Woobs, thank you for upping that sub at the Erotic Critic Fontaine level. Hell yeah, 1 year Tom. Love it,
In
love it.
demand from coast to coast. We're fortunate to have him.
I
here.
love these
And we're
people
also
that they're
fortunate to have the
showing.
young
That
man in
is
the ring,
pro
Nightmare Ken
wrestling.
Wayne, and the board of
That is
directors of Universal
America in
Championship
front
Wrestling
row.
last week
Well, it's not really
has now
America,
decided
it's
to
white
recognize
America.
the United States Junior Heavyweight title that Ken Wayne has held throughout the Memphis, Tennessee area, part of your home area.
You know, Ken Wayne, here again, another.
Okay,
fine
Ken Wayne's
competitor.
out of jail. Oh,
And
no.
We talked before. I
But
think
he's
the
still
board
on
of directors of
probation.
Universal Championship Wrestling has made an excellent move to recognize this junior
Con Air
heavyweight,
connection.
division.
Dude,
It's a good division.
text
It's
Uno.
full of a lot of sensational talent. Good
I'm sure
young
he has
talent.
2 trainees that you could just name Nick Cage and Denny Trejo
Championship Wrestling.
that have
I
nothing
agree,
to do
absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, big news
with the movie or the actors. Yes.
Saturday, October
You have to,
13th.
as Brian said,
Make
you
sure
have to
get down
love
to the
pro
Big
wrestling
Field Armory,
to
'cause we
get
got a
up
big show
at
there
9
on Saturday
a.m.
night, October 13th.
to watch
You know,
pro
we're going all
wrestling at
over
a
the area,
TV
Lance.
studio in Wichita,
I know
Kansas.
last week you went to
These are the
Liberal,
real
and you
hardcore
went to
fans.
Dodge
You hear
City,
people talk about
and the
the
crowd-
casuals
Absolutely. They're on
and
fire.
these are the
Pro
hardcore
wrestling.
fans here.
On Fire is really talking about it in a minimal sense. These crowds are enjoying phenomenal growth.
I'm gonna say
They're
they
exciting.
both
They're
aren't
excited
good,
about this new
Macross.
promotion. They're excited about.
Bo Dallas was kind of funny at one time.
Universal Championship Wrestling is Kansas proud.
Did you see that? Ken Wayne's got it down. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
And your winner.
And your winner is a
Ken
convicted
Wayne.
pedophile.
We'll be right back after this word.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling action ever
You the Ken
in
Wayne.
the history of Wichita, Kansas. Century 2, the
Okay,
matches
yeah, that's
have
pretty
been
hardcore
signed.
too, Steve.
Thursday
Yes.
night, October 18th, 1990.
I don't
With
get
the
that. If
bell
you've already
rings
bought
at
the
8
seats
o'clock,
and they're
you come on
assigned,
down
why
to
are you waiting
Century 2
outside?
And be a part of history.
Nice weather or
Already
not.
signed, Rufus R. Jones will team with Boogaloo Jones against the Masked Assassin. Exotic Adrian Street will bring Miss Linda
It's
to take
Todd
on
Chrisley.
Golden Boy Todd Christie. Rick McCord will defend his North American heavyweight title against Mr.
Why didn't
Marvelous
Mark Starr
Mark
keep
Starr.
the
A
nickname?
big midget
You
tag
do
team
need to
match.
find
And
more Moo
big
Moo
news
Miller
even
stand-up,
beyond that.
Brian.
Ladies and
It
gentlemen,
is
this is
fascinating.
the professional wrestling event
Bert doing
of the
things
year.
outside of wrestling
You must not
fascinates
miss this
me.
show. Tickets are on sale at all select seat locations. Get down there right after the show. Get your tickets. The greatest night of wrestling ever, Century 2.
Ever. Bert, you're setting the bar a bit high, bud.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I told you when we'd be back, we'd be with the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion.
I love
Ken
that
Wayne,
Bert
the
had to
board of
read it
directors
off of the
decided we wanna
belt.
recognize
Okay,
that
what
gentleman.
champion
What
are
a
you?
you've been for over
United
2 years.
States
That's right, Chris.
Junior
I appreciate it.
Heavyweight.
You know, went through little negotiations. I got about 5 different organizations that
Seriously,
recognize
Bert
me
does.
as US Junior
Bert's
Heavyweight
bumper
champion.
music in
But I
every
came in
promotion
here
is so
with a lot of
good.
negotiations, a lot of stuff. You know how that stuff goes. You get through the legalities. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have you know, Ken Wayne is here to defend his U.S. Junior Heavyweight title.
Ken Wayne
for 2
talks
years.
at a speed that only auctioneers and 80s
At
pro
Century
wrestlers
2,
could
I'm
hit.
going to have a title defense, and I'm looking to walk out of my match a winner, like
Oh,
I
my
always
God.
do. And I believe you have a list
Son, you look like Dom DeLuise.
contenders. Is that right?
They just released
I
the
could-
top
I could
5
see it.
contenders for
Yes,
that
great
belt.
mullet,
And obviously
horrible
number,
person
Number 1 is a super
Is
ninja.
Ken Wayne.
Yeah, I'll tell you on all comers, let him in.
Ooh, fuck ninjas.
Number 2, Boogaloo Jones.
I'll jump on Boogaloo, too. Well, see, the thing is, like I'm trying to tell everybody, when I get in the ring, there are no friends. If we're tag team partners, you can trust me with your life. But don't ever make the mistake of trusting me when you're my opponent. Because everybody knows I'll hit you with knuckle dusters, I'll hit you with powder in the face, I'll do what I got to, and now hang on to this. Because it's my bread
What a
and butter.
baby face.
I'll do what I have to do, baby.
Throw powder in your face, I'll hit you with knuckle dusters. Holy
Let me
shit.
tell you something. You're sitting out here running your mouth, telling everybody that there's 5 top contenders.
This is pro wrestling right here,
Let me tell you
brother.
something. Ken Wayne, I've been the same places you've been, and I've held titles everywhere.
He
I've
looks like
been.
you've been to the same places he's been.
That's right. Every time I go to get assigned a contract, you always sign somewhere or another to get out of it.
Let's get it straight, Rex. I don't have nothing
Oh shit,
to do
that's
with
Rex
it.
King.
There's people with different companies that make up the list.
He was
All I do
blonde
is
at this
wrestle who they
point.
put in the ring, pal.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's why it took me so long to figure out who that was, is because we can't see his
I'm going to tell
face.
you one thing, Ken Wayne. I'm going to be your worst nightmare.
Brutus Beefcake. Oh! Little slap.
Come on, you want some of it now?
Come on, you want some of this?
Oh, yeah. Hey, real good with your back turned to me. I got news for him. Next time he tries something like that, he'll be pulling back a nub. Man.
Pulling back a dud? What does that
What's
mean?
going on today? Let's go to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and Lance Cavett.
Oh yeah, Lance Cavett. Who's coming out now, brother? What? This music is so good.
Wrestling match today. Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in 228 pounds from Pacific Beach, California, Robbie Allen. Robbie Allen.
Yes, this man who wrestles in Wichita, Kansas is from Pacific Palisades.
His way to the ring.
Who is this fella?
Making his way to the ring. 240 pounds from Richmond, Virginia, Boogaloo.
Oh, this is Boogaloo Jones. Great music.
And Ken Wayne, if you'll stay out here with me for a few more minutes, what's going on here with
The Kansas
Energies his name is
album.
Rex King, and I know you've been in several territories together.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. You know, we've been all over the country. I've been in different companies, and I've been there. And I got to try to tell him. He's asked me for a title shot. And
We're
there's
at the
nothing I can
Century
do
2
about it.
Arena,
As you
according to
know,
the Yankee
a
Hawk,
dozen
where they
bodies
keep
decides
promoting
who
this upcoming
challenges and who
show.
doesn't. I don't have anything to
Was
do
the
with it.
Miss America
Rex
pageant
shot.
location
I'll see
from
what I can
1990 to
do around the
1993.
line. Or better yet, what I'll do is make him start to bottom the list like everybody and work his way up. And in fact,
I do, yes, Macross.
well,
Yes.
like I said, if he wants to, next time he tries something like that, he'll be pulling back a nub. I don't play those games. I come out here, I am a professional.
Why did Ken Wayne just
I'm
stay on
professional in everything I
commentary?
do. So if he wants to come out here and slap somebody, tell him be invited out, and he's mad because he's not on the list, it's not my fault. So I got
Go,
news for
go,
him.
go.
I'll teach him something that his parents didn't. a long
Boogaloo
time ago.
Jones over
And in
here.
the ring, Boogaloo
God, I would
Jones.
kill.
In the ring,
I think
Boogaloo
Tony
Jones
needs to
taking
buy a
on
bunch of
Robbie
these
Allen.
weird
What a
old
double
territory TV
competitor
shows
that is.
and have Taz do
Lance
what I'm
Cavett, Come on
doing.
in here. Did you see just what happened to Ken Wayne?
Ken Wayne, I'm telling you, brother, it looks like you are fixing to have a tough challenge from some of these fellas here at Universal Championship Wrestling.
Well, the thing
Ooh.
is, Lance, that
Oh, Bert, I didn't hear it.
accept
Bert asked him to
tough
stay.
challenges. I guess that's why
Okay.
I gotta wrestle the style I do. Some people condone it,
Bert's
some don't.
told the
But I
authorities, hey,
expect that.
this
Anytime
creep's
you're
gonna
there,
stay by
anytime
my
you're
site
going
if
around,
you just
gotta
let
expect
him
people to come out and show
wrestle
their
for
ignorance,
me.
if you will. I had a better word, but the youth to show their
The dude
ignorance.
from Pacific
And if
Beach,
he wants to,
California
they
looks
can
like
slap
the
me,
Chris
I'm gonna slap
Benoit
a
never
little
found
sense into him. In
steroids.
fact, I'll slap him so hard his grandchildren will have
God, Tony needs to start a
You know,
Patreon.
Ken, one
Yes.
thing about it, you practice a wrestling style that is
Just have
literally
Taz
give and give as can.
do streams.
You'll- whatever it takes to win a match. I know that this belt's important to you. I know you intend to do whatever it takes to retain that title. Ken, we spoke earlier about the importance of this junior heavyweight division. I think nationwide.
So he pulled him up to put him back down and do an arm.
Don't you?
Yes, I do. There's not a lot of major.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell is on Boogaloo Jones's singlet. I thought it was like a weird camo at first.
And like I said, I've got like 5 or 6 different organizations that permit me to.
But I think there's like an airbrush drawing now.
Excuse me, Ken, with the flying burrito, Boogaloo Jones has him. 1, 2, 3. Did you
Okay.
see that? The winner, Boogaloo Jones.
So Tito Santana called that, or Jesse Ventura would call it the flying burrito to make fun of Tito Santana. And Bert just calling it the flying burrito like it's the name of the move is very good.
One guy over here who hasn't got a brain in his head. I see you got legends like Rufus R. Jones. You got Kenny Wayne saying...
I wish this was what Dark would have been.
But when you take a look on your screen...
Also, Cecil, I thought you said he cut up an old couch, which is very dirty. But I see it now. He cut up an old couch.
From the moment I stepped in this studio today...
Hey, can you guys figure out who Tom Pritchard's favorite wrestler is?
I told you, and I told the Zebra Kid, that the only reason I'm not wearing a belt today is because of some airline that got mixed up and wouldn't let me on their flight. They said maybe I was in the lounge a little too long, but that's not the truth, pal.
Did you just say he passed out at a hotel and they took his belt? I was lounging a little too long and they took my belt.
But I can promise you this. Kenny Wayne or Rufus R. Jones or any of these gnats brain people over here.
Shut up! I love that kid yelling, shut up! I don't have a gnat brain.
A champion, pal.
Well, you know, Zebra Kid.
Yeah, he's just straight up doing a Roddy Piper promo.
He has a lot of things to say to you.
That was most of his career.
You thought you might have took him out. Who knows?
Tantamount 68, thank you for the follow.
Pardon me? Number one. If these people will shut up, maybe
That's another reason why studio wrestling is great, is because if one fan shouts, the wrestler can just turn around and respond to that guy.
I'll tell you this, I'm going to show you why. I am the best wrestler in the UWF right now, pal.
Let's go to
That's not the name of the promotion, pal.
Our third Universal Championship.
Sky Studios, isn't that where TNA ran during the pandemic?
50 pounds. Soul Man T.C. Carter.
Hey, T.C. Carter. I referenced him in one of my jobber videos. He was a longtime WCW enhancement wrestler. Dr. Tom is looking like a little bit like dynamic Jerry Lynn here.
Tom Pritchard.
Is Tom Pritchard the fake Sammy Hagar from Madison Square Garden? Is this an invasion angle, Cecil? Is the UWF invading UCW?
Carter. Right away, charges in Tom Pritchard. Lock up in the middle ring, backs T.C. Carter into the ropes. And ladies and gentlemen, all you civic
both the Pritchard boys love
note.
Piper.
When you need that special fundraiser, by all means call Universal Championship Wrestling.
Called Pony Rings, I believe. Hey, who wants to call UCW?
Call 316-733-1247. We've been packing buildings all over West Kansas.
That's because Universal is the only synonym for world that any of them can think of.
Standing by right now. If you're a non-profit group, like to raise some
I don't think Tom was a doctor yet.
next spring, call us
I think he was still in medical school.
And Missouri Mahler, what are you doing out here?
As usual, no
That's
competition.
Christopher
I come
Love,
out here, do
a.k.a.
your
Bert
job.
Prentice.
Look at this punk in the ring. Look at Pritchard wiping this guy out. He shouldn't even be in there with Pritchard.
Yeah, whoever calls that number that was up, just, if somebody picks up like Brian said, don't introduce yourself to say, hey, Bert still owes me money.
And I see you're in the main event. Rick McCord's going to defend his belt against you.
Lasman, UWF, Mid-South Wrestling did tapings at the Boys Club in, what is the city? But they did studio wrestling, essentially. And then later on, they would do arena tapings.
You're more right. I believe that. You probably are more rotten. T.C. Carter.
Was it Shreveport?
Dr. Tom Pritchard. These fans don't like him. They don't like you either, for that matter.
I don't care. You think Pritchard cares if the people like him?
What?
He cares? He don't care. He's beating up people and he's making money. That's the main thing in this business, make money.
But do you actually like to, you know...
We have Al Snow in commentary. Hey, Christopher Love, how many pops you got on a wrestling show? One, shut up.
I ain't gonna be here long enough to go down, what'd you say, Cereal Street?
Knock it off.
Cereal Street.
Pritchard goes out of the ring.
Dude, I think the last wrestler I personally know who owned a pair of those tights 10 years ago, which is way too late. Way too late in the world.
Great, fantastic.
Yes, the Irish McNeil's Boy Club. Yes, thank you, Reverend.
You're taking all this money you're making.
This was filmed at the KAKE-TV studios. Like, right next to, like, the weather
The
set.
fans are saying, go TC, go.
I love the
Ladies
one
and gentlemen,
old guy in the
get
background
your tickets
with, like, the
because
smokes
these
in his
great
front
stars are
pocket.
gonna be
It's
at
like,
Century 2, Thursday night, October
guys gonna do
18th.
something?
Tickets are on sale at all select a seat locations. Quit nodding your head. Quit thinking that's great. Pritchard just had him on the rope.
You see him grabbing tights right there?
No, I didn't.
that's awesome, Roland Coleman. That's indie wrestling, man.
Dr. Tom Pritchard scoots out
When the
of
same
there.
guy wrestles half the matches on the show under
Look at
3
him.
different
There's the man
gimmicks.
outside the ring.
Yeah, we need to bring back
I
Go
don't think
TC,
because
go.
Tom Pritchard's a
Go
double tough
TC,
individual.
go.
Tom Pritchard is a very good wrestler. I just don't think right now TC Carter is in his class.
For the first time since I've met you, I agree with something you said.
Did you see Missouri model Rufus R. Jones was here today?
Isn't that a joke?
That's great.
I love that there's someone named Missouri Mauler to take advantage of the Missouri versus Kansas heat.
Knock it off.
Shreveport, okay, the Shreveport Irish McNeil Boys Club is where Mid-South Tape TV.
Well, that's right,
Thank you,
ladies and
Rev Ray.
gentlemen, the Missouri Mauler gets his chance for that North American title Saturday night, October 13th in Winfield, Kansas.
Right in the
Backs
bizalls.
him in the corner, whips TC Carter.
As you should, Yankee Hawk.
Hard, comes out.
Be some PJs and suspenders.
Hit by TC Carter. Goes for the cover, count of 2. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Dr. Tom Pritchard.
You're right.
Oh, he is a
Right,
doctor
meet-
here.
meet the Missouri
My
Mauler
bad.
like that.
He is a
Not Tom
doctor.
Pritchard.
Come on, get serious.
Did you see him throw him out of the ring? Now Tom Pritchard.
Doctor of Desire. He's a doctor of desire, is Tom Pritchard.
What's he? Into the podium. Look out, Mauler. Up and
Oh,
over.
jeez.
Up and over the podium here. Missouri Mauler's. Now Missouri Mauler.
I'm a big fan of Missouri Mauler.
Missouri Mauler's helping him up.
All I've seen is him help a guy out and throw him into a ring post.
Whipped him into the corner.
Boo.
Why did you do that?
I love the old guy sitting next to the unimpressed old guy. Who's like, "Oh, that was funny, man." And that big fella
Individual.
threw the other fella into the ring post. That was funny.
You wish you could.
A big super.
Also, why
Did you see
is
that?
this still happening?
He don't have no belt, neither do you. And if you do that one more time, you're out of here, pal.
Who are you to tell me I'm out of here?
Like, why is TC Carter kicking out of everything that Tom Pritchard's doing?
Carter kicked out.
Did he like lose the belt, and this is his punishment?
The fans love this TC Carter.
TC go.
Losers, don't they?
No, Kansas is for winners.
That's what you would think, Decency Kid, but Desire is in fact a PhD.
Dr. Tom Pritchard. Oh! Hit him right in the head. And hurt his
Oh,
Dr. Tom Pritchard hurt his hand by
fucking
hitting
old wrestling stereotypes.
Hey, you know, you can't hurt
That makes
them.
sense. Normally it's the headbutt.
Missouri Mauler.
You normally don't see guys do punches.
You got Randy Rhodes.
No, it's probably, he's from Texas, you know.
Yeah?
Okay. They're the only people that's stupider than a Kansas people.
Tom
They're
Pritchard
the
from
only
Texas.
people
That's
stupider
just
than
where
a
he's living now.
Kansas
He's down there
people.
taking advantage of all the idiots down there.
TC Carter goes for the roll. Mahler? I don't know. I think
And
you're the
Bert
biggest idiot
corpse
around here
segment.
anymore.
Here's what you think.
Sometimes I believe that. Reverse whip into the corner. He comes out. Nope, goes behind.
Yeah, what if the ref was supposed to have sent them the go-home cue like 4 minutes ago, and he just has no idea? That would be so funny.
Tom Pritchard beats him by the count of 3. Your winner, Tom
What
Pritchard.
a match.
And ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to go to that special tape that the Zebra Kid sent to the station this morning.
Tom Pritchard. 2 words
This
for
is
you.
in fact
I'm back.
erotic Eric
You made my
Fontaine.
first title defense
Right
a
here.
real memorable one. You came in when you shouldn't
Before
have been
he was a
there.
blonde,
You hit me from
before he
behind
was a
with
pretty
chair.
young thing.
You DDT'd me on the concrete. You took me out of wrestling for about 4 to 6 weeks. Well, I got to work.
How do you
I'm gonna
not
be
know
here
how
to
long
stay.
it was? About you put me out of wrestling for 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, Roddy Piper, being a friend of mine, went into a little store and he told me, well, I don't know what you're saying. He comes out here, he wants to...
Why is everybody doing Piper on this show?
Well, let me tell you something. You're nothing but an imitation. I'm the Zebra Kid and I'm the real thing.
Hell yeah, you're calling him out for a shitty Piper impression. But for those that don't know, Zebra Kid Eric Fontaine was Bert's partner for many years.
1990, when the bell rings at 8 o'clock,
they were
you come on down to
a long-time couple.
and be a part of history. Already signed.
That is fucking awesome, Cecil. Cecil said that he once saw Stu Grayson walk to the ring during a match, yell, "Go home," and just stand there like this until they did. That is awesome.
His North American heavyweight title against Mr. Marvelous Mark Starr. A big midget tag team match, and big news even beyond that. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, Eric Fontaine's Piper is way better than Tom Pritchard's.
You must
yes.
not miss this show.
Eric Fontaine and Randy Rhoads were the PYTs. Yes, with Bert. That's where the erotic Eric Fontaine fan club comes from.
The greatest night of wrestling ever, Century 2.
One of the all-time great tag teams, as polled by the erotic Eric Fontaine fan club.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week we're going to debut the world premiere of the video Mutilation Mambo. Take it away, exotic Adrian Street.
Mutilation Mambo is a sick name for a song. Yeah, I think they are ATL Bloodfeast.
I'll do the mutilation mambo with you. The mutilation
Really hope Adrian Street hasn't set up copyright with YouTube.
Just what the mutilation mambo can do. We'll be moving to the rhythm all around the floor. We'll put the other dancers in the shade. As I swing my elbow round and break your jaw, before I dislocate your shoulder blade, I'll pirouette and punch you right between the eyes. Then I'll give your neck a little twist.
This song
I'll make
rules.
your bottom lip expand to twice its size, while beating out the tempo with my fist. I'll do the mutilation mambo with you. The mutilation mambo with you.
Yes, that's right. Adrian Street, there's the story that he beat up Jimmy Savile years before we all knew the truth about that creep. Better Adrian Adonis or Starr. I think Adrian Adonis was the better wrestler, but Adrian Street.
And tying both your legs up in a knot. First I'll break your fingers, then I break your toes. And as I slowly pull your bones apart, I'll cauliflower your ears and then I'll break your nose. Then we'll both go right back to
I love that all of Adrian Street's songs are like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and this is how.
the mutilation mambo with you. And you'll find out before
That's the magic of Adrian Street, man.
the mutilation mambo can do.
Is it's not like he turned straight when he was a babyface. He was just Adrian Street. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. This might not be on the VOD. That is awesome, Zach. Zach said once on an IPW show we had a ref that wouldn't pay attention to time cues. So one match he had myself, the timekeeper, and the commissioner all practically yelling at him to look out at us. So I could tell the talent to get out of there. I love green referees.
And Tom Pritchard, did you hear what the Zebra Kid had to say about you? Looks
Crimson
like he's
Fury
coming back.
87, thank you for the follow.
Names. You want to talk about third-rate imitations, and you want to talk about spare tires. You think you're real funny because you can talk in front of a camera and make accusations and say things
His
that
eyes
really
aren't even
aren't
open.
true. You see, the fact of the matter is, Zebra Kid, you are an imitation champion. And you are the only one who is third rate in this organization, because I got news for you. And I got news for you guys, too. I've been
There's a guy in the back row falling asleep.
loud all my life. I've been wanted all my life. I didn't have any friends from the time I was 4 years old. From the time I got
That's sad.
From the time I got
Love the guy in the front row in the Metallica shirt. That guy probably has some dope weed.
I sure as hell didn't need my brother to get me anywhere where I got myself. And if you want to call me a third-rate
Cutting promos about Bruce, who like.
and you want to
Did anybody like in kayfabe know that his brother was Brother Love? God of Drunk Driving, don't like that name. Thank you for the follow. Please don't drink and drive.
I can promise you one thing. Wherever it may be, whether it's in the state of Kansas, whether it's in this fat pig's backyard, whether it's in any place you want to call it in the United States of America, I'll promise you and anybody that wants to come and see it.
That's awesome, Rolling Golem.
That Texans are the people that put wrestling on the map. Texans.
Yes, Chuck, we just talked about that a moment ago, yes. Eric Fontaine and Bert Prentice were together for a long time. Very... Even when they weren't in the same territory, my understanding is they were together for a number of years. Lance Cavett, I love him.
Weighing in at 200
because he's very...
from St. Louis, Missouri.
I assume he's like a local news anchor.
Oren Jones.
Oren Jones is a fucking pro wrestler, man. Look at that guy. I like Oren Jones.
Florida, Mark Starr.
Why did they call him Mock Star?
In the ring, Mark Starr and Oren Jones. And
Mark Starr's got some sweet-ass trunks.
And a double tough competitor.
I saw, I shared that at, on Blue Sky, whatever.
Come on in here. What? This studio's on fire.
When Adrian Street was being interviewed by a guy named Richard, he's like, "What's your name, Richard?" I like Dick better.
Talking about this match today that we're watching right now, Mark Starr, an outstanding young competitor up against.
Those are like upgraded stunning Steve tights.
He's against a tough competitor. Mark Starr, smart, he's well built, he's an excellent talent. Again, Universal Championship Wrestling has drawn an ace when they've signed a contract with Mark Starr.
He's a beautiful young man, but what an attitude this kid's got.
Good on Chris Love for being open with it. I don't think you're hearing any other male announcers in wrestling at this time referring to any wrestlers as beautiful.
This thing's going way out into left field.
We're going to find out at Century 2.
Good on Bert.
I hope so. If we can get the thing signed, supposedly the doctors have not released Zebra Kid, but Zebra Kid's been calling every day, give me that match.
Yeah, those are some 1990s biker shorts. You said it, Brian. That's the shit you see your mom riding on the stationery
from that position. You'll see him there at Century 2.
We hope so. Mark Starr in the ring. And you know,
and some new breed hand-me-downs. Warren is the American Kinsuke.
He's headlined all over Florida. A great wrestling background. But to come here, he's come in like he has no regard for the rules.
Yes, Mark Starr and Chris Champion were in real life brothers. Yes.
Oren Jones, a game competitor, but as you can see,
a game competitor.
And he wants that heavy.
Punching him right in the mouth.
Ken Wayne has.
No doubt about it. He's a contender for that junior heavyweight title, Chris.
Yes,
is everybody in this promotion a junior heavyweight except for Missouri Mauler?
Going to be on tour all over the great state of Kansas.
What a drop kick.
You know, I'll tell you something about Mark Starr.
He suggested that he should bump with him. Didn't so much push him down.
Turn a lot of heads here in Kansas. Watch him and his.
But it's funny you bring that up, Kyle.
Oren Jones.
The idea of doing a Bert Prentice and Eric Fontaine show. A la Heated Rivalry. I wish Bert were famous enough that we could get a TV show about him.
Actually has been one of my favorites for years and years.
He is a fascinating guy.
Again, as you discussed a little bit earlier, we've seen him in Memphis. We've seen him in the Southeast. Mark Starr is a national known talent. Universal Championship Wrestling is fortunate to have signed a young man of his.
The wind is brutal. That's what knocked him over with the drop.
I agree. Goes for the count, gets count of 1. Referee Derek Lowe staying on top of the action.
What if Orrin Jones believes that this is a shoot?
Make sure, if you're looking for that special
And that's why he won't stay down.
promote Universal Championship Wrestling in your area.
And here's the number if you want to get your money back from Bert.
733-1247. And Lance, you can give them all the information they need to know about bringing that.
Oh, he's
special
choking him.
fundraiser to
Why
the
is the
high
ref
school
not
champ.
counting?
You know,
Okay, he's choking him.
time and time again, wrestling draws money, and wrestling can produce for your civic club.
Not all wrestling draws money.
Your organization, your band, your school. It can be a financial boon for you if it's done right, and Universal Championship Wrestling does it right.
No risk professional wrestling.
Oh,
Universal Championship Wrestling, the best on tour throughout the
like,
whole state of
almost a
Kansas.
shoot
And don't forget
bulldog.
that big one coming to Wellington this weekend in 2 weeks. The big
I
one in
think
Winfield,
the homeboy laid it on his
Kansas.
face for
One of
real.
your favorite
Gosh.
cities, El Dorado, Kansas, Monday, October 15th. And Lance, look who's in the studio audience today. Your friend and mine.
Normally you put the guy in the corner, then you grab him and you do the Dustin Rhodes thing, and then you run with the bulldog. You'll just grab his head and shove him into the ground.
Lance, you stay here. What's going on with that radio show?
Oh, man, we had a lot of people call last week. We played a little bit of a match.
Rockstar's 27 years old here. Oh my gosh, homeboy did not jump the way that he needed to.
Boy, he dropped him on it. Did you see that? And he picks
Why did you pull him up?
to pin him.
He might have stayed down that time.
Moon out today. This
I need a minute, brother.
just gone bazook these boys.
He's gone bazook? He's gone bazook.
I've seen him for a long time. I don't know where he came from. Where are these people coming from?
Where are the announcers coming from?
Well, Mark has been
This is
under
like the
rocks, is right,
sixth
but Mark has
commentator we've had on the
throughout
show.
Florida, throughout Puerto Rico, Tennessee, and right now, matter of fact, he's one half of the Florida State Tag Team Champions. And he's saying, is this all
This is the competition you bring
Let me
in.
tell you, we got a
Yeah.
lot of competition here. He's not going to get away with what he did.
Oh, I bet dude in the black tank top over there probably walks up to wrestlers after the shows. You want to fight me?
729-1360 tonight between 5 and 6. Wrestling on the radio every
Yeah, this dude's
Saturday
kicking
night.
out at 1 on every pin.
729-1360. Wrestling on the radio.
This is not Memphis wrestling. This is in Wichita,
The
Kansas.
Zebra Kid and myself are going to be on the show tonight, and Lance, you're going to be on the show tonight. So make sure you call in.
They're trying out announcers on the air.
Matches coming up in Century 2.
I think the referee is going to call the next match.
Fans, we want to break the record. We want to break the all-time.
See, so that should be something you guys should do at Mystery. You should text Uno.
Let's do it.
Like if 1 month Uno doesn't want to bring in a commentator, just like get a lapel mic and put it on the referees, have them call the matches with them. Bert is going nuts for that finish. A shame it didn't come 8 minutes earlier.
Put that one to rest.
Mark Starr did for sure. And if we can get Mark Starr over to the interview area right now. Mark, come on in here. What a victory that was. My God, you drove that man's head right
Somebody
to the
left
mat.
a can of Coke on the commentary table.
Competition around here. You got women out in this audience that could probably wrestle better than the men. I want
We have women in wrestling now that are wrestling better than the
and I
men.
want a title shot.
Because women are great wrestlers.
Whatever his name is, so be it. Joe Blow, whoever. You can get me a title shot.
Help,
And
but
I
do a
want it,
bit.
And I'm going to demand it. And I will be y'all's champion.
Y'all's champion. They IWA Mid-South did have the rotating commentator deal, but they were just fucking around. This is like on television.
No good Kansas, but I'm gonna give you something to be proud
A bunch of no good
You
Kansas.
looking at your new champion.
We'll be right back after this word. In the history of Wichita, Kansas. Century 2, the matches have been
if this
signed. Thursday night,
this TV
October
show
18, 1990,
led to
when
the
bell
biggest
rings
gate
at
in the
8 o'clock,
history of
you come on
Kansas
down to
wrestling,
Century 2 and be a part
that
of
is
history.
proof
Already
that it is
signed.
not about the
Superstar Jones will
creative.
team with Boogaloo Jones against the Masked Assassin.
I agree, Cecil. That should absolutely be
Miss Linda to take on
a 1 month of mystery wrestling. Would be Cecil. Should be Uno with Jason Exile.
against Mr. Marvelous Mark Starr. a big midget tag
Yes, well, this is based around Memphis TV, Brian, where Lance Russell was the Kermit the Frog of that Muppet Show.
Event of the year. You must not miss this show.
Oh, dude, Zach, you got to join us next time I do another, like a later on Bert show. Bert in the 90s, like later in the 90s, would play like this sweet club music that had nothing to do with good old Southern wrestling. It's just what he listened to when he went out.
It's been here, Nick. I tell you what, it's been crazy, the action. Are you having a good time at the show today?
Just super. It's really been great, Chris.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Nick Mork with the Big Brothers Big Sisters program here in Wichita, Kansas, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God, and Ken Wayne's in the locker room. Oh.
And with him today is Austin. And Austin, you having a good time?
Yeah.
Good. And I know we're looking for some Big Brothers Big Sisters throughout the area, and go ahead, and we want to give you this time and just tell the people what you're in need of.
Well, Chris, we have more than 700 kids on our waiting list right now, more kids we've ever had before. We think that the people that like wrestling or watching wrestling or kids or people that like kids, because kids like wrestling, we're hoping that
not in that way,
out there will find their enough time to be a big brother or big sister, part of a couples program to some of the kids on our waiting list. We're just in desperate need.
Sure. What is the number they can call? Now, come on.
This is very sweet. I love Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Over 700.
It's one of the best
kids are going to be waiting years
programs.
Unless we can get people to volunteer. The number 681.
Please don't recruit Big Brothers for these kids from wrestling audiences.
By, take your name, address, give you some information, and get you started in the program.
Okay, Jim, make sure we get that up
certainly
on the screen.
do not
Nick,
recruit Big Brothers from the locker room.
It's 681-3111. And Chris, I might say, I think some of the wrestlers I've seen today could have used a big brother.
Believe me, we got some bad attitudes out here today.
Yeah, I think Tom Pritchard, maybe Mark Starr.
I think Tom Pritchard's parents didn't spend enough time with him.
Nick. And Austin, good luck to you. You enjoy the rest of the show, okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the area right now, he's requested some air. Oh, look.
Oh, look.
This man absolutely makes me speechless. He wants
this
to be known
is pro
as
wrestling.
Rexy, but it's Rex King, and what do you
Sexy Rexy King.
Nobody cares about Big Brothers and Big Sisters, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Nobody cares about it. All these people came here to do was to see the sexiest man alive.
Stop
They came out here especially to see me because they knew I was coming to town, Chris. And I'll tell you one thing. You got the nightmare out here, Ken Wayne.
Rex
He's
King
out
the
here
sex
and he's claiming
thing.
to be the junior heavyweight champion of the world. Well, I'll tell you what. I've been everywhere the Nightmare's been, and every time I try to get him to sign a contract,
yes,
he
one and the
somehow or
same.
another weasels out of it. You've seen him, Chris. I slapped him, and the man didn't even
But
want to
never
fight
buried
back.
the sponsor.
He couldn't even fight back and defend us. I told you he was a closet champion.
I think we haven't heard the last, but I guess the issue is you want that
I've
belt.
heard Bert booked a
One
lot
way
of
or
closet
another,
champions.
I'm going to put that belt
in his
around my
day.
waist where it belongs. Remember that, Nightmare.
Let's go to the ring and Lance Cavett.
Thank you, Chris.
Lance Cavett has a heel name.
Hailing from Dallas, Texas, Wild Thing. Wild Thing.
Wild Thing.
His opponent.
God, what a
222
wrestler.
pounds, hailing from
How?
Sarasota, Florida.
This is too much brother for one
sensational
ring, man.
Rex
Holy
King.
shit.
Rex King.
Could you imagine the size of these guys' fanny packs?
Came out here today and tried to make a name for himself. He told me earlier he wants to be called Sexy Rexy.
And he has
But I don't
earned
know
the name
about these
Sexy
people. They're not
Rexy. Let me
thinking
tell
he's
you.
too sexy, but Rex King is in the ring. And did you see what Rex King did earlier on the
Like, this
program?
match doesn't work because these two look like they're best friends.
We've got a lot of people with bad attitude problems.
So much
right now,
fringe.
and I think we need to have a couple of attitude
Again, who is
adjustments.
this
Anybody
guy?
can make an attitude adjustment. That is Nightmare Ken Wayne.
Is that the
I know
kid?
you're going to be at Century 2 on Thursday night, October 18th. But what a lineup we got coming down there. Rufus R. Jones going to team with Boogaloo against the Masked Assassin.
Yeah, this is definitely not Steve Ray. This,
Big time trouble.
I think this guy was sitting in the back row during the first match. The Timu Rockers
When they see
explode.
no Rufus come back.
I'll tell you, the man has cut a swath. When he left here, he cut a swath through all of Southwest, destroyed all the competition in Puerto Rico,
Ken Wayne comes out like as Brett during a one Davey Boy match on Rise. Like, listen, we're all family here. And they all brother do the little handshake.
Rufus R. Jones, a veteran ring talent. He is a sellout attraction anywhere in the United States.
What do you think, honestly, Lance? What about this Rex King?
Rex King, I was just standing watching this match while you were speaking just momentarily ago. Let me tell you something
Just
about
momentarily
Rex King.
ago.
Young, talented, quick. But this is an interesting match. These two competitors are well matched, evenly balanced. Rex King gives up a little.
Yeah, we are a year from Nirvana, and these two are living hard.
One thing about Rex King, he has been a winner. For the last 5 years, he's held numerous titles in Portland, Oregon. He's had numerous titles.
He's a radio show host. Cecil, thank you for upping that Prime sub, by the way. I didn't catch it earlier. Also, for the Twitch folks, I'm only 8 subscribers away from 2,000.
And he's in demand all over the world. I'm absolutely thankful.
Or 8 followers. Subscribers, I'm way away from 2,000.
Championship Wrestling. Again, pull off another.
All right, Laz, man. Have a good one. Happy holidays. See you later.
Another contender.
This is a backstage fight between members of Warren.
Faces some awesome competition for that to retain that belt.
I love Wild Thing because he's wearing fluorescent colors, but they're so faded.
Of course, he can retain that belt. Ken Wayne, a talented young performer, but he's going to have to use everything he's got to keep control of that.
Oh, shit, he almost did a Canadian Destroyer. That would have been dope.
Wild Thing and Rex King, these two men are going at it toe-to-toe.
What a sucker punch that was! Not to cut you off, but did you
Bert
see that?
just went nuts for that punch. Like, he set him on
King is
fire.
an angry young man, knocks Wild Thing down to the mat. Rex King, did you see this?
Bert is like, nothing is happening in this match. I need to get involved.
Picks him up with a side slam. What action here today?
Bert's coffee just kicking?
I don't know who jumped bigger, whether it was Wild Thing or Derek Lowe.
But the other commentator just said that the dude jumped into the slam. Awesome.
Rex King's going to be on tour all over the state of Kansas when he gets back.
Awesome. I love
in
this.
November. If you'd like to see Rex King, Sexy Rexy,
Oh,
and
gosh.
all the other great stars, make sure you dial the number 316-733-1247. And
Put the graphic for the phone number right over the spot where he's choking the guy. Awesome.
In October 15th with a big card.
A real big card. Dr. Tom Pritchard coming to El Dorado. I don't know if El
Yeah,
Dorado
this is
ever
classic
been to
wrestling here.
Probably not. And then we've got, do we want to talk about the 12-man over top?
Oh.
Among other things.
Landed nowhere near his balls, but he's selling it like a low blow, brother.
His quickness hurt him in that case. This young man, Wild Thing, powers him off the ropes, up and over, and brother, I'm telling you, this match has literally
Love it.
action from start to
Love when the
finish.
color guys throwing out the brothers.
Wins in the territory a couple of weeks ago and misses a drop kick. Rex King sizing him up. He's down there on his back. Rex King backs into the rope. Down hard, the closed fist.
Just straight up exposed them and he didn't go anywhere
Wild
near
Thing in
them.
this, a little bit shorter, but more weight and probably a bit more power than Rex King.
What's it picking him up? Suplex.
Yeah.
Drove that kid through the mat.
You know, Chris, the action and the power exerted in this match has literally worn both of these two competitors out. Both of these young men, talented, hard-working again.
I would say so.
I mean, he drives those feet right into the face of Rex King down.
God, dude, that's the thing, man. Wrestlers, and no matter the era, you're always going to have a haircut that everybody has.
It is good night, Irene.
A drop kick off the top.
But yeah, this is way better than what we watched a couple weeks ago. And that had guys that actually went on to like do stuff. This is the different Wild Thing. This is not Steve Ray, Chuck Scum. Please get up and no sell at all. I would love that so much, Wild Thing.
What a match that was, Rex King. What a maniac.
That was not Rufus R. Jones calling that
I don't
match.
know if I've ever been associated with a greater hour of wrestling than we just produced here. And I know these people love you to death.
Let me tell you something, baby. I love my fans, too. They great. Let's think I have 100%. Wherever I rush at,
Bald with the beard, yes.
Because Rufus don't get down.
Horse too.
I get down all the way, and I love them pork chop on it. Right on, baby. Tell them about it.
And I know you're going to be eating some pork chops down at Century 2 on October 18th.
And that's for sure. Century 2, October 18th. Rufus don't be there, baby.
They're advertising you can come watch this man eat pork chops.
Barbecue real.
You know, there's a lot of people thinking that a victory over Rufus R. Jones is really going to shoot him up in this area, and they're probably right. Mark Starr, Exotic Adrian Street, Rex King out here now, the Super Ninja. I mean, they know.
Yeah, Rufus R. Jones has got the oh fuck, I'm here now energy.
To beat Rufus Jones, send him to the ring, and I'll show him what a wrestling match is. Because I think that's a super bomb, baby, and I'll knock him out once and for all. If that don't do it, baby, the headbutt and the freak train will do it.
Well, I know you're happy back in Kansas.
Yeah, cover them boobies up, dude.
I love it.
You guys are on TV. You can't show those.
Rufus will be in action next week, and we can't wait to see you and see what Dr. Tom Pritchard and the Zebra Kid and all the great stars of Universal Wrestling are going to do.
Bert's trying to remember everybody on the roster so he can promote them. What a show. We've still got another one. Still got another episode. Let's see. Producer Bert Prentice. Renew some Rex Luthor. Credits himself under both of his names. Awesome. This is KAKE-TV in Wichita, Kansas. Alright, before we go to the next episode, again, I'm back Tuesday on Twitch for WCW Deep Cuts Live, and here's what we'll be watching on Tuesday.
I was like a monkey, and she was an organ grinder, as I sat and did tricks for all the other adults that came over.
Alright, so that's Tuesday. We get to enjoy some of Scott Levy's childhood trauma. But we are back for another hour of UCW.
How you doing, wrestling fans, and welcome to another great hour of Universal Championship.
Poor Sexy Rexy.
And the crowd here in the studio today is incensed. They're screaming Barbie at Sexy Rexy.
Aw, poor Barbie.
You better keep these people shut up, Chris. That's all I gotta say. If they don't shut up,
Better keep these people shut up.
Rex King's here today. We also got another video from Adrian Street, and the Zebra Kid has a special message for Dr.
See, Adrian Street had it figured out. You don't have to go do the TV to promote the show. Just record a bunch of songs, and they'll air your music videos.
On Universal Championship Wrestling.
Oh shit, Wild Thing's back.
250 pounds from Dallas, Texas, the Wild Thing.
There's no fucking way that man is 250 pounds. He is like 5'8".
12 pounds hailing from Pensacola, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Wayne. Ken Wayne.
Yeah, they only have 10 wrestlers. Rex King is here. He's zoomed.
United States Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Well, Chuck, I do believe you're getting Barry Darson from skimming through the footage.
Let me tell you something. I've had it with this guy, Ken Wayne, the Nightmare. He calls himself
Code
the
of
Nightmare.
Honor
I'll tell you
has
what,
been
I've followed
instituted.
him everywhere, and every time, like I told you people before, you weedhead, no good for nothing farmer.
Wild Thing only has one set of gear, and that includes a t-shirt, the same shirt he wears every week.
He weasels out of it somehow or another. Well, now I've followed him here to Kansas.
Punched him in the ear, dick move.
My shot at that junior heavyweight championship belt, I'm going to put it around my
There's a
waist.
fella in the front row on the right-hand side. Oh my gosh, this man genuinely does not know to take backdrops. And so his opponents keep giving him backdrops, and it is awesome.
Oh, looked like a closed fist to the stomach.
Now there's a guy on the right-hand side in the front row wearing sunglasses.
Well,
There's no way he'd be able to
what
see
an hour, ladies and gentlemen, we had last week.
anything happening in the ring right now.
Jones of Boogaloo are here this week. You'll see them in tag team action. Lance Cavett, come on in here.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel that uploads like promos and individual matches from UCW. But yeah, Old Trippin' Balls, Crusher Buns Forever on YouTube has a couple episodes, full episodes. Shout out to him.
Lance. Like I've told Chris and I've told all these weed heads out here, last week.
Could you imagine the peroxide use if these guys and Chris Jericho were all in the same locker
sign a
room?
contract with the sexiest man alive, and I'll put that strap where it belongs.
The sexiest man alive. Okay, Ken Wayne. The referee breaks the hold. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you're looking for that special fundraiser, dial the number now. Operators are standing by. Area code 316-733-1247, and we'll bring that special show.
The thing about Bert is he's so carny that you could probably call that number and he would find a way to take your payment for a sold show from beyond the grave.
He is the champion. He's been the champion for over 2 years.
This is that era where you could just buy a championship belt and go around from territory to territory and be the champion of your little belt.
Brother, I think you've got your job cut out for you. Would you take on?
Well, you know, let me tell you something, Lance. I've been all around the world, and the big talk right now is Universal Championship Wrestling. That's what
Around the
everybody's
world.
talking about right now. Well,
I guarantee you all the old Japan guys were like, oh no, UCW's coming to get us.
And this is where I'm going to make a name for myself, right here in Universal Championship Wrestling. All these weed heads out here are going to know who the sexiest man alive is and who the
Such
junior
a good
heavyweight
insult
champion really
for
is.
Kansas folks.
Rex, I think that Universal Championship Wrestling is fortunate to have signed a man of your caliber and your ability, but once again, I think you're going to have a
Wild Thing came along
opposition when it comes to facing
10 years later, he'd be a mediocre deathmatch guy. Okay, Yankee, I'll call the number. It is not in service. That sucks. Thank you, though, for calling the number.
Slapped him across his face, and he
Much
wouldn't even fight
appreciated
back.
as always, Yankee
Wouldn't
Hawk.
even fight back. Now, is that what you call a champion? I call that a closet champion.
Yes, around the world means let's maybe go near the border of the city, or the town, the state, not too much further. Come on.
Ken Wayne grabbed a handful of hair there, headbutt. Wild Thing's going to fall, I guess he's not.
Oh, hey, he actually felt a drop kick.
You know, Rex, I think something that you've discounted also about Ken Wayne's ability. He's one of the top young scientific wrestlers in the country, but he can also battle and brawl with the best of them, just like you. I'm not going to give you.
That's what every commentator said about every wrestler in this
I
era.
think both of you are.
He's a great scientific wrestler, but he can brawl with the
very
best
well
of them.
evenly compared.
Every
But
wrestler.
Ken Wayne can brawl with the best of them, or he can be one of the top flight scientific performers in the United States.
Yeah, that was the Bert Prentice scheme, is he would start a promotion, find somebody to pay for it, and then when that person ran out of money, he'd move.
He'd
go to a new town.
Against the true champion right here, Sexy Rexy.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, in a few short hours, we'll be in Wellington tonight at the Wellington Memorial Auditorium. Bell time at 8 o'clock. Dr. Tom Pritchard going to be on that all-star card tonight in Wellington. Ken Wayne, you're right. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I love Bert. Wait. No. Was last week all a facade? A bamboozle? Thank you, Yankee Hawk.
Wild Thing leaves the ring, and
Why did Wild Thing join in the attack?
Ken Wayne.
What's going on?
Oh gosh.
Whoa! Ken Wayne is bleeding. Look at that, Jim. Get
He's
a close-up
bleeding.
of that. He's busting him wide open. Blood pouring. He's got brass knuckles.
Got knuckle dusters.
He's got brass knuckles. He needs Ken Wayne laying there in the ring.
Ken Wayne is trying so hard to get any sort of blood out of that cut. Fraternal twin match.
He said he's going to be his worst.
Look at him. He's
God, ladies and gentlemen. Look
blood come out.
Let's go to a break. We'll be right back.
A man is dying in the ring. We get to dance.
Don't miss this card. Thursday night, October 18th at 8 p.m., Century 2 Expo Hall. Tickets on sale now at all select-to-seat locations. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event will be the Zebra Kid against Dr. Tom Pritchard. Also, Rick McCord.
Yeah, what is
will
Wild
defend
Thing's
his North American
thing is just
heavyweight
he
title
associates
against
himself
Mark
with whatever guy
Starr.
beats him the
Tag
week
team match
before.
with special referee
Oh, they
Roger
actually have
Schofield.
names.
Little Coco, Karate Kid against Tokyo Cottrell. Exotic Adrian Street returns
But
to
Bert
Wichita
doesn't say them. He just
against Todd
the
Christie.
team is Little
It'll also be
Tokyo
the homecoming of
and
Rufus R. Jones, Ken Wayne,
Little Cottrell,
Randy
and just
Rhoads.
call them
Don't
Tokyo
miss
Cottrell.
this card, Zebra Kid against Dr. Tom Pritchard.
What a
Be
song
there.
they're playing here.
Dirt today. Ken Wayne, my God.
My gosh, you bled all over your stomach.
Rex King, you call
How did he
yourself
completely avoid bleeding on his
call
face paint?
yourself championship material.
It just like
Oh,
went
yeah,
all
brother.
around
We
his
think of all
face
over the world,
and down to his chest.
including Japan, Puerto Rico, Canada, Florida, and now, baby, we're right here in Kansas. So let me tell you something, baby. You know, since
Baby.
I've come here, these people made it feel like my home. Well, brother, this is now my backyard, and that's where I like to play, baby. So I'll tell you what.
Yeah, in my
I want you to go to
backyard.
Japan, wherever you're fixing to go to. And I'm
Also,
gonna
you
wait
all
on
can
brother.
insert the jokes
All
there,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm
think
playing in
about
his
is you.
backyard.
'Cause I've got you on my mind. You come in the ring and hit me with knuckle dusters. Let me tell you this little something, pal. They didn't make just one pair. They made a whole bunch of them, and I know where to find them. So bring yourself down.
The people who invented brass knuckles didn't just make one pair. They sold them wholesale.
Japan. So be looking over your shoulder, baby. Nobody does this to me and gets away with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Wayne will be
It would be funny if Rex King came out and he's like, I bought all of the brass knuckles. He just has a crate of them.
Don't miss this card. Thursday night, October 18th at 8 p.m., Century 2 Expo Hall. Tickets on sale now at all
Oh, it was an
select
instrumental Paula
locations.
Abdul song. Makes
Ladies
sense.
and gentlemen, the main event will be the Zebra
Right.
Kid
The inventor of brass
against
knuckles.
Dr. Tom
And
Pritchard.
done.
Also,
You should make
Rick
2 of
McCord
them.
will defend his
Okay.
North American heavyweight title against Mark Starr. Midget tag team match with special referee Roger Schofield. Little Coco, Karate Kid against Tokyo Cottrell. Exotic Adrian Street
Tokyo
returns to
Cottrell.
Wichita, Miss Linda, against Todd Christie. It'll also be the homecoming of Rufus R. Jones, Ken Wayne, Randy Rhoads.
I love that the
Don't
footage
miss
they
this
use
card.
for the
Zebra
house show
Kid
promo
against
is
Dr. Tom
cheating
Pritchard.
from a heel.
Be there. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. What a tragedy about Nightmare Ken Wayne.
What a tragedy.
Now, Dr. Tom
He bled a
Pritchard.
little bit.
Talk about tragedies. You want to talk about, I knew the people of Kansas allowed their children
He
to get out of
is
school. I knew this was a very
gone.
uneducated
Holy
state,
shit.
But I didn't realize.
Oh,
I
the special
didn't
guest
realize that
referee
this
in the
was a
tag
state full of
match, Roger
thieves,
Schofield, is the owner of the Honda dealership. Of course he's the sponsor. Of course Bert gives the spot on the show to the sponsor.
Some ignorant person, somebody from Kansas stole one of my tires, pal. You want to talk about tragedy?
Last week he doesn't bring his belt. This week he doesn't have a tire.
I don't care who it is.
This man's life is a
I'll get down
mess.
to the bottom of this, vandalizing my truck in the parking lot here of KAKE-TV, man.
Well, Tom, if you'd stand by 1 second, Zebra Kid has... You got your bell? Okay, Zebra Kid has sent a special word if you want to watch the
Why
monitor.
does
Ladies and gentlemen, a
Eric
word from
Fontaine
the
keeps
Zebra
sending
Kid.
in...
Tom
Hey.
Pritchard. I knew you were missing something. Well, I found it. And if you want it back, why don't you come get it at Century 2, October 18th here in
They're
Wichita.
gonna have a match
You know,
over
you
a
say you want your
tire.
titles handed to you, that it should be yours. Well, I'll tell you what, I think you dodged me at that tournament in Tennessee. It wasn't me dodging you. I was there, and I earned it. If you want it, you come claim it in Wichita, Century 2. And by the way, you might have to come get your tire there, too.
Didn't you literally just tell him to come get the tire? Also, why has nobody figured out that he's just taping these promos there? He sent in a tape.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh shit, this is the footage that they aired under the house show promo. You mean this wasn't live? Come on.
Billy Stanley, Lance, you
Poor
couldn't even
Billy
get
Stanley
the
Stanley.
Tom Pritchard's gone berserk. Zebra Kid stole his tire, place is going nuts.
Chris, I feel sorry.
Speaking of dodging, Roger Schofield Honda Dodge has the best financing in the Wichita area.
Board of Directors.
No payments for the first 60 days.
Shall have to address this.
Yeah, that tire is garbage.
Between Ken Wayne.
Like if you were to put that on a car,
Rex King,
he would die.
Certainly appear to be headed toward a collision course. Ken Wayne, of course, holding that prestigious title. And as Chris, I just think that the Board of Directors of Universal Championship Wrestling are going to have to...
Something just came off of Billy Stanley. Oh no, that's something dangling on the rope. I thought something fell off of him.
I mean, they're fighting in alleyway. Now, Zebra Kid is not supposed to be back to the ring yet. And I mean, Tom Pritchard jumped him from behind. Now he's putting Tom Pritchard through all kind of misery. What a victory there by Tom Pritchard.
What's your finish? Oh, you grab my foot and then I kick you in the head.
This territory is absolutely on.
You know, Chris, utilize a little pun. I've heard of.
Now give me my shitty tire back.
Zebra Kid's fixing to have a tire.
It's tiring.
Something like that. But I tell you what, Tom Pritchard is a dangerous individual. He really is, ladies and gentlemen.
He was extremely dangerous in that movie where you could see aliens.
Coming out to the podium.
Yeah. Put a pair of sunglasses on.
There by Tom Pritchard over Billy Stanley. With me this week, the tag team of the Joneses.
Boogaloo
Jones.
Jones.
Boogaloo Jones.
That's right, baby. Me and my nephew can get it. We're gonna get
Oh, it's his nephew. Okay. For those of you who asked about the relation. Apparently that is his nephew. I'm sure not for real.
Look at that chicken here. That's cluck. That's cluck, 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 cluck. Take it, baby. Oh.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. I'm glad that my uncle is here today.
Cluck,
Let me
cluck,
tell you,
cluck,
he gave me a
whereas
call and said, let me tell you, little nephew,
Bert
I'll
would
be
go
there to watch
gluck,
your back.
gluck, gluck. That was not nice of me. I'm sorry.
Ain't no question about it, baby.
That was very mean of me.
I watch your back at all times.
Hello, Sonny. I have not. But I've heard he is booking for the Juggalos
Joneses
now.
are going to be at Century 2 on October 18th. Now let's go to the ring and Lance Cabot, big tag team match.
Thanks, Chris. Australian tag team action.
Hell yeah, an Australian rules, baby.
Weight of
Tag team
428
wrestling.
pounds, the tag team of Robbie Allen and Orrin Jones. Their opponent,
The real dream team. Seriously, there was nobody in this locker room.
Combined weight of 510 pounds.
I think you're right, Fake White Ken. I think you're right.
That's right.
Nobody works a cape quite like Rufus R. Jones.
And it is so great to be able to bring Rufus R. Jones back to Kansas. And Wyatt Cox, if you'll come in here, Lance...
Wyatt Cox? That cannot be a real name.
This is Rufus R. Jones.
Come on, brother.
It is, I will
Oh,
tell you.
God,
Rufus has been
no.
out here a lot of years. He wrestled in Kansas for a lot of years. And
They-
now,
oh,
after having
no,
been
these
across
poor
the country
guys.
And across the world, he's back home.
You know what surprises me? He's more popular now, I think, than ever.
Well, you know, it is one of those things where people took him to heart and years ago, and now he lives here. He's a part of Kansas, and he's come back home to reclaim his rightful place in Kansas wrestling history.
Chris, TCB time here at Universal Championship Wrestling. The Jones and Jones Connection. Rufus R. Jones and
The Jones and Jones Connection.
Rufus R. Jones may be getting a little bit older, but brother, I'm telling you, there's a lot of fire still left in that furnace.
Oh, I tell you what. And I tell you what, the man sells some tickets. These people love him.
Do you think Rufus R. Jones ever told Bert, hey, I bet I could get my boy to come here?
Tremendous popularity.
Vince will let him do
Rufus
it.
R. Jones and Century 2, that's a combination within itself. But when Rufus R. Jones walks into that auditorium at Century 2, you're going to see a packed house, I promise you, Chris. That record will be broken by Universal.
Genuinely wonder if Orrin here was trained at
Wyatt,
all.
we're trying to break the all-time independent gross record of $19,000 for one single
I always
show
love when
at
they talk
Century
about
2. We're well
gross
on our way,
records.
but we really want people
Let's
to be part of
break
history
the
that night.
record
Got
for the
8 big
biggest
matches.
gate
Rufus R. Jones
on the
is being
TV
done. It
show.
looks to me like
Rufus R. Jones, 57 years old here.
after what just
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
I'll tell you, I don't know if the doctor's going to let Kid back out because he was hurt pretty severely when the doc DDT'd him out here on TV. So I don't know if the doc's going to let, you know, I know that the Kid has spunk, But I don't know if the doc's going to let him out or not. We'll see.
Robbie Allen, the kid with the bad attitude, and Orange Jones were double teaming Boogaloo Jones. Picking him up for a
The kid with the
body
bad
slam, tosses
attitude.
him over like a half a sack of potatoes.
Well, right now, I'm afraid Boogaloo Jones has himself in the inevitable position of being into a little bit of trouble between these two men. Robbie
inevitable
Allen,
position.
A good young competitor.
But it's got to help having Uncle Rufus in the corner.
Uncle Rufus with, as you can well see, a watchful eye, and I believe he's fixing to try to
What
slip in
is
there
on
and
his
try to rectify
singlet?
the situation. You know, isn't this a sensational opportunity?
The
for
grossest
wrestling fans
record.
to have
Ken Wayne.
Rufus R.
Ken
Jones
Wayne does
and
own the
his
grossest
nephew,
record in that
Boogaloo
locker
Jones,
room.
Tag teamed up together once again. An absolute coup on the part of the directors of Universal
Coup, it's a
Championship
coup.
Wrestling to sign a sensational tag team like these two men.
Well, they're certainly bringing in the finest of talent. I mean, I've never seen a more action-packed hour as of last week. And I know you're a wrestler.
Keep putting yourself over,
I tell you,
Bert.
I'm damn proud of Kansas.
The promoters, we've got to give
Bert,
the
don't be
promoters,
cursing on the
directors,
television show, brother. That's how you lose sponsors.
Sensational talent in the area, and like we were talking a little while ago, there is a large waiting list of people that would like to get in here and wrestle, but only the best are going to be seen on Universal Championship Wrestling. In
Only the
arenas
best.
all across the state of Kansas.
Only the
White and I
wrestlers.
spoke on Wrestle Radio the other night, and here's what we talked about. We talked about the eyes of the professional wrestling world being on Kansas right now, and with Universal Championship
They say
Wrestling,
only the best to
signing
wrestle
men
here
like
is
Rex King, Rufus R. Jones,
Boogaloo Jones seems like he's selling more that he's grossed out by being
Those
touched
eyes are
than being in a
keenly
hold.
watching what Universal Championships Wrestling is going to do. And I promise you something, that record in Century 2 will be broken. I think Kansas is behind Universal Championship Wrestling, and it's obvious because of the enthusiasm in these television productions. Our television audience is sensational, and this auditorium has been like wildfire today.
Are they've spent this whole match just putting over how
Championship Wrestling has packed houses
many
all
fans
across
they
the state of
have.
Kansas. Most recently, Caldwell, Kansas, Wellington, Kansas, El
They-
Dorado. We had a huge
is
crowd
like
there.
Bert
Hot,
sending
hot
these
night,
tapes to
but man,
Meltzer,
they came out and had a lot of fun.
being like, hey, you should type in the Observer that we're doing
Know
big
quality
houses.
product. They don't come out to see glitz. They don't come out to see flash. They come out to see real down in the trenches wrestling. And they get it with Universal Championship.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
that's what wrestling fans want. Down in the
What comments
trenches
you ever say
wrestling.
about the Zebra Kid and Tom Pritchard. Talk about two men who are going after each other. This is going to be a sensational main event at Century 2.
You know, if I,
Or a
you know, and we're
tire.
trying to sign that, you know, with Zebra Kid
tire
and Tom
match.
Pritchard, if we can get the doctor's release. Zebra Kid is begging for the doctor's
That girl in the
release,
front
and we
row
hopefully,
is
we'll know
fascinated
later if he
by
got
someone.
That, but if he gets that release, he definitely will meet Dr. Tom Pritchard at Century 2.
Dude almost fell down
The roof's gonna
trying
stay
to
on that
create a
building if
distraction
them two collide.
to get Rufus R. Jones in the ring. That
All
ruled.
this stuff means nothing. This one's for pride. This one's for dignity.
I always love when a
This
commentator
doctor
goes,
better
all
watch
this
out.
stuff you're seeing
He's
means
had problems with
nothing.
some people in the past with this attitude problem that he has. And I have a feeling that Zebra Kid could give Dr.
He's
Tom an
not
attitude
putting
adjustment.
pressure on anything.
You know, Chris and Wyatt, look at those two men. If this doctor's release comes through, and if I had my crystal ball on, as I had it working a little bit earlier today, I'm going to predict that doctor's release comes through. The tape and the message that Zebra Kid sent us, he wants to be there, and I think he will be there. But look at these two men, both able and ample competitors. Both have been in this business an equal amount of time. I think you're going to see a sensational match between these two competitors.
And there's the freight train in action. Rufus R. Jones taking care of business. There it goes. 1, 2, wow.
1, 2, baby.
Down and again.
Seriously, Oren Jones.
And the freight train's gone again. And he can't get Boogaloo
What is
Jones.
going on with this dude?
Kicks him across. Off the
Oh.
burrito. He covers him. 2, 3.
3. Hey, at least Rufus let the kid get the win after doing all the work.
Boogaloo Jones, right here on Universal Championship Wrestling. We'll be right back after this word.
This is the song I want to listen to after watching that match.
Ladies and gentlemen, all of the matches have been signed. Don't miss this card.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Thursday
booked
night,
all of the
October
wrestlers we are
18th at 8
advertising.
p.m.
We promise
Century
you.
2 Expo Hall. Tickets on sale now.
All of the wrestlers
select
advertised have been contacted
Ladies and
on the
gentlemen,
phone. They have agreed to the
main event
date.
will be
They've agreed to a booking fee.
Dr. Tom Pritchard. Also, Rick McCord will defend his North American heavyweight title against Mark Starr. Midget tag team match with special referee Roger Schofield.
I love that we had to look up who this guy was, and they never explained who Roger Schofield was on the show itself.
It'll also be the homecoming of Rufus R. Jones, Ken Wayne, Randy Rhodes. Don't miss this card. Zebra Kid against Dr. Tom Pritchard.
Yeah, baby.
Be there.
Championship match. 250 pounds.
Wait, TC Carter got his ass kicked last week, and now he's getting a title match?
Soul Man TC Carter. TC Carter.
This song's great. I like this song. Oh, Rick McCord, baby.
And entering the ring, 232 pounds. He hails from the great state of
Right,
Kansas.
says, I bet in 1990 you couldn't swing a dead cat in Wichita without hitting a Honda somebody bought off of old Roger. Yes.
McCord, the new North American heavyweight champion, taking on T.C. Carter. Thank you very much, Lance Cavett.
Look at these
Should be an
patterns.
awful good match, ladies and gentlemen. Rick
Love
McCord
this
won that
fabric we're
tournament
seeing.
a couple of weeks ago there in Wellington, and tonight he'll defend the title in Wellington. And what great stars in Wellington tonight, Lance. Dr. Tom Pritchard will be in Wellington tonight, as will Boogaloo Jones. And I hear rumors that the Zebra Kid is around somewhere.
Rumors, eh?
If that doctor's release is there, I think the Zebra.
Will he
Kid
have
will
the
be
tire
around
with him?
lots of places.
God, what if they charged fans to take pictures with the tire?
Tonight, ladies and
That would
gentlemen,
be such a
Wellington
Bert
at the
thing.
Memorial Auditorium. Make sure you get your seats as soon as the show's over. Go see JP at the box office.
Yeah, Rick McCord's a little fella, too.
You know, Chris, isn't this young man, Rick McCord, a sensational champion? Universal Championship Wrestling.
Yes,
is
that's what I'm thinking.
fortunate
He's a
to have
sensational
young man
champion when I see Rick
with the
McCord.
capability and the qualities of a talent like Rick McCord to hold their championship belt. And
It must tickle when that guy puts you in a head scissors.
TC Carter and
Rick McCord is a limo driver these days. If he wears those pants, I would book him to drive the limo for me.
Carter, powerful, very well adept.
Hell yeah,
His
yeah.
wrestling moves
Great
almost
music.
literally cat-like. But
Bert has great taste in music.
Oh, now what are you doing out here? You know exactly what I'm doing out here. I want that Rick McCord out here, and look at there. Who do we got in the ring now? Who do... Ladies and gentlemen, this
He
is the
identifies
voice of
Rick
Mark
McCord's in
Starr,
the ring,
who last
but then
week threw a
asks
foul
who's
in
in the
McCord's
ring.
face, told him to polish the belt, and Mark...
All I'm gonna do to him, I promise you I will take that belt from him.
I think we're finding out why Mark Starr didn't get to cut promos in WCW.
Slap a woman either. It ain't beneath me to
He just-
slap a woman, so don't you
What the
get in
fuck
my
is he
way.
talking about?
Now, you don't need to come out here and
He's talking about slapping women?
Because I actually think you're one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. But
When you bring me out here to Kansas City, I couldn't believe how flat this state was, and the only thing round I've ever seen is you big overbearing hog.
this isn't Kansas City. This is Wichita.
He's slapping women. He's making fun of Bert for being overweight.
This is a desert as far as I'm concerned.
Mark Starr, without a doubt, you are going to face some awesome competition here at the Universal Championship Wrestling.
Well, where are they? Where are they? Are they here today? Is that what you call fine competition?
Also, shout out to TC Carter. His underwear is sticking out of one of the holes in his
When
tights,
the tournament was out here, I wasn't
which I
here.
do not think. Oh, hey, that's a great backdrop. It's in a lot of horrible ones today. That's a great one. That's where I thought he was going, Brian. I thought he was making a joke about the flat women in Kansas. No. Like, Bert, you're
Let me tell you
overweight.
something. Where I come from down in Tampa, Florida, there ain't nothing I like doing better than kicking a little butt.
Well, Mark, I'll say this once again. You are most capable to win that belt, but you're going to have a fight on
That's
your
a weird
hands.
hobby to
I
have, by
lead
the way.
fight of your life to take it away from Rick McCord.
And also,
Universal Championship
specifically in
Wrestling, we just
Tampa?
spoke just a little bit earlier.
He likes to kick
to have
butt.
a young man of his caliber and his ability to hold that title, and I don't think he's willing to give it up anytime soon.
He doesn't have much of a choice as far as I'm concerned. Would you like to put a little wager on that? When I do get my
Now he's
title shot,
gambling with the commentators.
you know, I admit, I do have to make myself a
His
number
brain
one
is
contender,
going in so
but
many
as the
different
time
places.
goes on, which it will be a short matter of time, I will be the #1 contender in this area.
And I think he's probably right. Mark is quite a...
I think he's probably right, because we employ 7 wrestlers, and he's better than almost all of them, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be the #1 contender soon.
I'm going to have to put my money on
I'd be the champion.
Well, let me tell you something, partner. You'll be going to the poorhouse real soon.
Well, that's the words of Mark Starr, who's wanting...
I've seen the doorsteps of it.
Mark Starr is wanting a title match with Rick McCord.
Kick there, magnificent. Now look at there. The referee must have, Rick McCord.
He's from Tampa, but he sounds like he's from the deepest parts of Mississippi.
Throws TC Carter across
And he's
the rope.
British.
Big shoulder.
Like he's shoot from England.
Count of 2.
You know, Mark, I think that Universal Wrestling...
He's got that Bill Dundee thing where you move to America and you just lose everything.
Perhaps a title you've held before.
Accent-wise.
Well, I've been to Florida Tag Team Champions, current Florida Tag Team Champions, Southern Tag Team Champions, International Tag Team Champions. I've traveled to New Zealand, Japan, Hawaii. I've been from coast to coast, as if you didn't know, a man of my caliber, and I will soon be the North American Heavyweight Champion.
Well, as we
left out Iowa.
He left out Iowa and
Iowa.
Kansas. So, Mark, you've had
We don't like to dwell on something like that.
Well,
you got speechless, Lance.
Yeah, he's gonna wrestle Orrin Jones first, but eventually Mark Starr will be the #1
All you
contender.
do is you need to sit out here and hold the mic for me, okay? Just do yourself a good job. Take your hand.
Hey,
and
it's
hold
Bert
the mic and do
again.
what you do best.
Or me.
Keep your mouth
That's
shut.
me in the front row.
Lance Cabot is speechless. Never in my 15 years have I seen anyone...
Did TC Carter just do the Marufuji spot?
What do you feed a woman like this? I mean, what in the world would you feed something to get her that big?
Why don't you leave
Oh
her
my
alone?
God.
I mean,
I can't help it. I can't help. I have never seen a woman as big, as fat, and as ugly as you, lady. That is about the ugliest woman. Is that the thing y'all got around
What is
here?
going on?
Is that the finest kind of woman you got around here?
All right, there we go. Yes, Mark Starr did work in UWFI.
beholder, that's
Well,
not my
brother,
wife.
let me tell you, if that's beauty, you need some glasses, and I'll be more than happy to buy you some when I become the
Yeah, this ref looks like he might be like Rufus R. Jones's youngest child, like 12.
Is up to question. And like
They're
I
like,
said,
shit, we don't have a referee. My boy can do it.
What a move. Rick McCord drives that elbow into the throat of TC Carter. And what? Let me tell you something, Mark. I can't stress enough. Look at this young man, Rick McCord. He's quick, he's agile, he's fast, and brother, I'm telling you, he's a
So
sensational
Chris
champion.
Canyon and Mark Starr were the original Men at Work, and then Canyon got plucked from the gimmick to start training for the Blood Runs Cold stuff, and it was Mark Starr and Mike
What do
Winner.
you mean be nice? Why should I be nice to her? Why? Tell me, Chris. Why should I be nice to her?
You come out and
What do you want me to go out and buy dinner for or something?
Why are we cutting to a shot of the woman that's been made fun of for the last 3
I will pay
minutes?
for a subscription
That's
to a
so
gym for
mean.
you if you promise me you'll use it and lose a couple 100 pounds.
Also, why is this still
She
going
said she'll
on?
take the money, right? That's right.
Nothing about giving her no money. I said I will pay for a gym subscription,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
want to see her in there every day.
But honestly, this is not, that is not the most offensive thing we've ever streamed on one of these. Not at all.
Grabs by the neck, picks him up for the body slam.
Well, the problem is this is a squash. The guy just won't frickin' stay down. It's not like TC Carter's getting in a bunch of moves.
Didn't beat him.
Didn't beat him. But Rick McCord,
Because he doesn't have the experience to hook the man's leg. If he would hook the man's leg, he might be able to beat him. See, if I was in the ring, it would take me about 2 seconds to beat him. That's it. 2 seconds.
How about a speechless, Lance?
I was rendered speechless momentarily. Now, TC Carter comes in and tries
That was a very
McCord
casual
took
pin.
out, and McCord kicks out. Carter with that elbow across the throat area of
Oh, so TC Carter is now a heel.
Look at the move there.
We find out
TC
10
Carter
minutes into this
utilizing
match.
that ring rope.
Probably he's seeing something from a
Yeah,
different
we're
angle.
not
I
watching
didn't see no foot on the
anything
rope.
that'll get nearly as awful as NWC.
I don't know. But here again, nice, sensational match going on. Two competitors, evenly matched, either one of them.
And it sounds like the crowd's making fun of the match, which is awesome.
Well, Mark pretty much follows the rules, I think. He's just, you know, kind of just isn't going to...
Wait, is Christopher Love becoming a heel? Heel play-by-play commentator, promoter?
Honor that, Lance.
Chris, I think that rules are in the eyes of the beholder. And rules
That's shitty
can be
at
used
Brickhouse.
as best as possible, and they're easily used by fellows like Mark Starr.
Oh, that... I don't know if it's a fisherman suplex. Maybe a Long John Silver suplex?
The man had the tights. It was blatant. If you can get a rerun on that camera, you'll see.
We can get a rerun. We can run this whole show again. I'll show
Whether
you.
he was pulling tights or not, your winner, Rick McCord, will be right back after this word. This card, Thursday night, October 18th at 8 p.m., Century 2 Expo Hall. Tickets on sale now at all select-to-seat locations. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event will be the Zebra Kid against Dr. Tom Pritchard. Also, Rick McCord will defend his North American heavyweight title against Mark Starr. Midget tag team match with special referee Roger Schofield. Little Coco, Karate Kid against Tokyo Cottrell. Exotic Adrian Street returns to...
Hey, what if Roger was just not a sponsor? He's a really good referee. We have to acknowledge him. He's like the best referee.
Don't miss this card. Zebra Kid against Dr. Tom Pritchard. Be there.
Be there. Hey, Bert hasn't quite gotten it down yet.
Let me tell you what, TC Carter's a tough individual.
That's very right. He's very tough. I've wrestled him
Very
many
right.
times. But the thing I want to talk about right now...
What's going on with Mark Starr?
I don't know. He's hit up with something. He thinks he can come in here and walk all over everyone that's in this area, and it's not going to happen. There's a lot of hard work to get this championship, and it's going to stay around my
Yeah, a lot
way.
of hard
I'm gonna
work,
do what
like
I
getting
have to do to
TC
keep
Carter
it.
through a
The punks
15-minute
like this
match.
Think they're going to come in and run over me? You got another thing coming. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, they don't even try to hide that that was the match that aired earlier in the show that they're playing underneath the house show commercial. Come
That's
on,
right. I've
man.
got to prove that I'm a champion, and the best way to do it is getting there against some loudmouth like this that thinks he can whip anybody. And I'm going to prove it to you and the people of Wichita and all of Kansas that I am the champion that you can be proud of.
Talk about a loudmouth. We're going to go to another one right now. Another video. Special presentation by Exotic Adrian
Way to
Street.
sell this guy as a babyface, Bert. Wait, they're booing him. Wasn't Adrian just a babyface everywhere he went by this point? Also, that throne is sick as hell. I think I need a chair made of balloons now for my set. They clearly took this footage for him lip syncing another song in another video.
Lord and lady of the ring, I better fly with a horn and sting. I wanna hear my name. I'll crack your ribs, I'll pull your hair, I'll throw you here, I'll throw you there. You won't need a dentist chair, I'll knock your teeth straight out.
I'll pull your hair out and rip your teeth out of your head. And make sure that you never ever remember your family. I'm gonna give you a concussion. Why is there a random clip of Terry Taylor? Now we see him beating up Terry Taylor.
You may not like the things I do, but how could you refuse?
They just needed to fill time, so they left a 5-second clip of Terry Taylor going, yeah! In the video. I miss wrestling music videos before you actually had to, like, know how to edit video to make them. No more of these wrestling promos that look like movies. Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, Adrian Street had these made himself. Typically, he would get them made in, like, Memphis. And you can tell this one was made in Memphis because it's the same faraway camera angle that they use for like the Jimmy Hart and the Jerry Lawler videos
Adrian Street.
from the live performance.
The premiere video, Exotic Adrian. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a big match in the ring featuring the Super Ninja and Randy Rhodes. Let's
Oh
go to the ring
shit!
and Lance
2
Cavett.
new wrestlers.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh my God! This referee is a child with a mustache wig or mustache on his face. Big mustache. It's Randy Rhodes.
His opponent, 202 pounds.
The other half of the
from
PYTs.
Peoria, the Super Ninja. The Super Ninja.
Why does he have a headache? Why did he walk? Wait, what happened?
Super Ninja.
They said his name was like, oh no, my head, and then he just walks into a punch from his opponent.
I believe that his mask slipped off, and I'd sure love to see what the guy looks like.
His mask
come off in the ring.
When his name
I'd
was
sure like to know
said.
what he looks like.
He was unmasked in the ring.
Yeah, he almost pulled
Get
off
it back
his
on in the next time. He is literally giving this man Randy Rhodes a fight.
Oh my God.
Talk about giving up some weight. Randy Rhodes outweighs this guy by over 100 pounds, and I'm telling you,
This
young Ninja
is
giving up some weight,
amazing.
but the Oriental arts which he is practicing on Randy Rhodes, I don't know. I think I think that
He
Randy Rhodes
did.
is going to have a tough time with this man,
shit.
Super Ninja. You know, we've seen Super Ninja before with his manager, the Baroness. She's not here today.
This is when
Obviously
wrestling
not
was
gonna
good,
be in
folks.
Wellington tonight. But I'll tell you something, Chris.
Oh, that
I think
mask
you're
is
going to see
so loose.
Super Ninja, also a competitor.
Oh
in this
shit, that was
heavyweight
cool.
class.
Well, the Baroness
He did a
definitely will
fucking
be
drop
on tour.
salt.
She'll be in
In
the
1990.
territory, especially at the Big Century 2 show
And he's not
on the
Doug
18th.
Furness.
We got a lot of mail about the Baroness, but this ninja is one dangerous individual. And ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen, our producer,
he's a
Stan
danger
Lewis,
to
is
everyone
over here.
around him.
Stan, what a show you produced today. Excitement from top to bottom.
I did not hear what the referee's name was,
I'll
but
tell you what, I really enjoy
I
it,
assume
and I
he
tell you
is
the show we
Child
have today
Man.
Is better and it's getting better. I'll tell you.
I just threw Stan on here. He was walking by, and I just
threw him
grabbed
out
in
here.
here. So, Lance.
Well, that was the
It's a little
gimmick, has a
surprising
machine. He
mean
moved
so
Dusty
much
Rhodes.
sometimes. And believe me, Stan, I was surprised just a few minutes ago and rendered speechless myself.
Yeah, by Mark Starr.
You definitely get speechless when you're unprepared, but enjoy the show, and we'll be getting to you later. We'll have more
Like, I
shows
don't
for
think
y'all.
the referee is a fully grown
And
adult.
Stan is the man you'll see at the concession counters. He's in charge of all the souvenirs that are sold at all the live matches. And
Yeah,
he
this
helps
referee
produce the
is
show
so
on every other Monday
small.
here at KAKE-TV Studios. And ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to be a part of the live audience,
I
go
would
ahead
love
and
to be a
give
part of
Lance
this live
Cavett a
audience,
call
Bert.
at area code 316-733-1247. The studio tapings are free. They're every other Monday at 1 o'clock.
That
in
is
the
so
afternoon.
far
And
away.
we'd love it.
Holy shit. I love
The
that.
aerobatics of this man, Super Ninja.
I
Super
love that the
Ninja
Super
literally
Ninja can do
defying the
drop
very feet of
salts
gravity
and like the
itself.
furthest away splash I've ever seen, but doesn't know how to keep his mask on.
I'm telling you, this man, Super Ninja, quick, he's cat-like, the maneuvers and his obvious wrestling education in the Orient. Chris, Super Ninja is bound to compete for that junior heavyweight championship. Chris, I think
I
we should mention
imagine
briefly
Super
once again,
Ninja wrestles
the
for that junior
altercation
heavyweight
between
championship
Ken
like
Wayne
every day.
and Rex King.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine all
what a
like the
barber that is.
spot
But Stan has
shows.
just handed me the
Super
note.
Ninjas
The
wrestling.
Zebra Kid has been released, and he can wrestle Dr.
Oh, I
Tom
thought Bert was saying he fired him.
on Thursday night, October 18th.
I don't know who Super Ninja is, Lightning Smog, but he's
The match is
awesome.
signed, and Zebra Kid and Tom Pritchard will meet in the ring at Century 2 Thursday night, October 18th. My
They're gonna
God,
fight for
I'm
a
gonna go buy
tire.
ticket myself just to make sure I got a seat.
Chris, this medical release was the only thing.
Why can nobody in this promotion do an Irish whip? Oh, that was
No
cool.
question. It will be main event time. Century 2, Zebra Kid and Tom Pritchard at Century 2.
A lot of blood has been spilled over that one, and Zebra Kid will meet Tom Pritchard in the ring.
Jim Cotta, yes.
Also signed, Rick McCord will defend.
Yes, 1 p.m. on Monday afternoon. Why are there children there? This is October. Hey, I need to take my kid out of school. Yeah, we're gonna go see Super Ninja wrestle.
Tokyo and Cowboy Contrell take on Little Coco and the Karate Kid with special referee Roger Schofield. Also, the Super Ninja against Nightmare Ken Wayne, the Missouri Mauler against Randy Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, tickets
Oh God, I was gonna say you're not picking him up, man.
Locations. The match has been signed. Zebra Kid will meet Dr. Tom Pritchard for the tire and the title on Thursday night.
It's legitimately a tire match.
We gotta break the record.
Century 2, the brawl to settle
He's
it
like,
all.
I thought that rope was way
exactly
closer.
What it will be when Zebra Kid faces Dr. Tom Pritchard. And
Oh shit,
Chris
Super Ninja's gonna do a dive.
now.
Oh my
There
God, this is gonna be
is
so
the
cool.
Super Ninja up on that top rope, literally ready to dive off that rope.
Randy's like, fuck no, you're not.
Changing the light bulbs in this studio, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I love that Randy sees him up there. He's like, no, brother, we're not doing that one, man.
This man, Super Ninja, is
Yeah, do you think Dr. Tom Pritchard actually had to write doctor's notes for these kids going to these tapings? Yes, the tire is much more important than the title, because if you don't have the tire, you cannot go home and polish your title.
He sure has. Stan, you have some comments about the Super Ninja.
Well, I've been watching the Ninja here for the last month or so, and as far as I'm concerned, he is as good as talented as anybody.
This guy's awesome.
And he is definitely giving everyone a run for their money.
Excellent comments on your part.
Excellent
Stan.
comments.
And let me say this about
I've been
Randy
stalking
Rhodes.
this man for a month. He is a good wrestler. Thank you for those excellent comments.
Brought up in a wrestling family. He has a wrestling heritage as gold as clear as
Oh,
crystal can be.
Oh, Ninja.
Oh, is he gonna win? Two.
But the ref counts 3. The ref counts
What?
3. And your winner.
Holy shit! Well, that's Bert's dude. Randy Rhodes is Bert's dude. Is that Speedball Mike Bailey? That's a toddler.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
We're running low on time, so all of the heels have to come out and cut a promo at the same time.
Gentlemen, the fabulous Mark Starr, sexy Rexy Rex King.
That is the Ninja from Fight Zone, yes. Bad Karma Challenge. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the stable is called 1990.
At Century 2, Thursday night, October 18th.
God, could you imagine all the cocaine?
I'm not gonna scream. I'm just gonna look.
I'm just gonna make my voice break like this.
I'm gonna tell you, you should have quit while you were ahead. You should have stayed in the hospital. You should have opted off your tights and boots.
Also, he wasn't in the hospital. He stole your fucking tire, dude.
And I put you out of action for what I thought was the rest of your career, man. You should have stayed there.
We've all been watching the same videos, man. He's not been in the hospital.
Century 2, in Wichita, Kansas, I'm going to take not only my belt, but I'm going to take your soul and your
Take your soul.
from professional
I'm gonna take your soul because you took my tire. Oh yeah, I always love when a heel's like, I'm not gonna scream and yell while they're screaming. Great heel promo.
You can go ahead and shine
Oh, he got his
the
booking
Bring
sunglasses.
it on out here, McCourt, and save yourself a trip to the hospital. And all you people out here, now you got something to be proud of. I'm going to be your champion, and you can be so happy.
This man is the most 1990 looking man that has ever
Right
lived.
there at Century 2. Rex King, come on in here. What you did to Ken Wayne is unforgivable.
I'll tell you what, like I told all these nothing happening wheat head farmers out here.
Wheat heads, gosh. He is using that one into the ground,
And
man.
my pal right here, Mark Starr, you know all about me, the sexiest man alive. I know all
Yeah.
about you, and I know what you say you're going to do.
You're not the
and what I
sexiest
say
man
I'm gonna
alive,
do.
but I know all about you.
Before this is all over, Mr. Love, I'm going to
Mr.
put that
Love.
junior heavyweight title around my waist, right here where it belongs.
And before it's all over, Zebra Kid, you got another hospital bed waiting for you.
Dr. Tom, it's not your turn.
Be the Universal Heavyweight Champion. Mark my word, pal.
Van
You know
hammered.
something? You're
That one
looking
popped
at the
me.
3 new
champions of this territory, and the good thing about it is there ain't nothing anybody can do about it. Not one damn thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
What a promo. Chris Love and the Universal Wrestling Federation would like to thank all... Oh my god, this is the last show. Yeah, Larry Sweetman would have killed that. Thanks a million. You're the greatest. Yeah, that was the last show. That had to have been the last episode that promotion ever ran on TV. Thank you. I guarantee you Bert bankrupted whoever was bankrolling it. And that was his way of being nice and saying bye. But alright, thank you all so much for hanging out the last 2 hours, watching some Bert with me. A lot of... Bert's the best. Bert is my favorite. So again, Tuesday night I'm back, 9 p.m. Eastern for WCW Deep Cuts Live. It'll be fun. It'll be fancy, even. I'll wear a fancy t-shirt. But, I don't know, man. It's 9:56 on the East Coast. I'm not gonna tell you to go to bed or anything. I'll probably be up another hour or so. I don't know. Go find a loved one, tell them you love them. It's the holiday season. Hell, it's 3 a.m. in Portugal, according to Steve here in the chat. Tell someone you love them this week. My name's Tom, this has been Off the Grid. I'm back Tuesday on Twitch, 9 p.m. Eastern for WCW Deep Cuts Live. Bye-bye.